Welcome to Blue Tinted Glasses, the home of Leicester City talk on YouTube. Fan debates, live watch-alongs, post-match reactions, and all the Foxes banter you could ask for. Subscribe now and see the game through Blue Tinted Glasses.
Just into race clear. He's got Jamie Vardy with him. Jamie Vardy sets off. Jamie Vardy! Back here for Darwin. Oh, he scored! An absolute belter! That is trademark Abdul Fatawu.
This one into the box. Nugent over the top. Oh, what a goal! David Nugent's just scored a beauty. He's made Forest look like fools.
Premier League champions 2016. The amazing Leicester City.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Blue Tinted Glasses, and we are back with another watch along, and this time the first watch along in the Gary Rowett era of Leicester City. So it's going to be a very, very interesting game. We might be sat here in 2 hours 100% undoubtedly going down, or we could be sat here in 2 hours going, we might just have a chance. So make sure to stay tuned throughout the stream and get your comments in. Let us know what you think to the starting 11. And Neil, what's going on, mate? How's things?
Harambe is back. Or is it? We're about to find out. Is this going to be 90 minutes that you utterly forget, or is it going to be captivating in a weird and wonderful way? We're going to find out. I think, because we've got a new manager, it's exciting. I don't know about you, but as soon as that team lineup came through, couldn't wait to discuss it. So let's get on to it. I mean, it's quite some big calls already.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So we've got Begovic in goal, Ricardo Pereira, Caleb Okoli, Ben Nelson, and Victor Christiansen. Oliver Skipp and Harry Winks as the midfield duo there, with Makassa in the number 10 ahead of them. Monga and Mavididi as the wide players, and Patson Daka up front. Now, two kind of obvious, three obvious changes for me, I think. So Abdul Fatawu is not in the squad, and there is a comment here from Bourbon Fox saying Owen has confirmed Fatawu's out with an inflammation of his knee injury. So that's fine. That's there's no falling out already. And the other one is Jordan Ayew, also not in the matchday squad. Maybe we'll find out why soon. But no news on an injury for him. Obviously, Gary Rowett on Thursday said there was no new injuries. So that makes you wonder where Jordan Ayew is. But we're all happy with that. We're all buzzing that Jordan Ayew isn't in the.
I literally
squad.
said to you on our last stream that first lineup would tell you a lot, and I told you about how. That guy from Crystal Palace, Ali, said that the first time Glasner came in and he didn't pick Ayew, he was like, he's the one. So, although Glasner's probably about to get sacked from Palace, but he did win the FA Cup. Let's see. That's huge. Although I do think him not being on the bench at all does maybe suggest an injury, because I would say he's still really, wow, Reece dropping the bombs. Spread some more info there. That's huge. I mean, honestly, sorry to cut you off here, Locks, but I think for me, there's already, I still think there are some faults in this team, but there's like three obvious weaknesses more, to be honest, in the Leicester team. Jordan Ayew has been one of them. It's just a fact. Him being in the team slows us down and kills our attacking threat. He never stands in the right position. So the fact that that's been rectified from game one, absolutely huge. The next one, left back's been the problem all season, and he's picked Victor Christiansen, who hasn't had the biggest run of games, but he's put him in straight away. So that to me is also huge. And I also think, we did say this as well, that he hasn't been tempted to put Stolarczyk in, and he's gone for the experience in Begovic to get us out of the mess. So I think they're huge for me. I think for me, the bigger ones are Coley. There's no one else we can play right now, right? You probably can't put Kevon Gray right now for his debut. Although that worries me. Like I said to you, I think he's actually the worst player in the team right now. The one I am a bit surprised at, and I like your opinion, it's not Winks. We'll come to Mr. Winks in a moment, but it's actually the right back position, because that has been the problem all season long. And in the last couple of games, I have to say, I felt that Bader Luko, we're not just bigging him up. He hasn't been good in every game, but I think he has actually been one. I thought he was actually one of our best players in the cup game last week. So I'm a bit surprised that he's not been in the team. So what do you think about that?
Disappointed. I suppose the only kind of thing here is maybe with Mukasa, with Monga coming in, Nelson. Maybe he just wanted that extra bit of experience. But as we keep saying, what has experience done for us this season? Not much at all. Yeah, I think Badi Aluko 100% undoubtedly deserves a start. It's annoying that he hasn't. Maybe he's giving Ricardo a chance here. Obviously, if he's not great, then Aluko comes in the next game. I was going to say as well, Victor obviously mentioned him, Victor Christensen. I mean, look, Anil, Gary Rowett was first linked to the Leicester job 3 weeks ago. And he probably spoke to the club initially 3 weeks ago. And I think he actually said as much in his press conference. He hinted at that. He's had 3 weeks, Anil, to look at all of our games this season, which I'm sure he would have done right. He even though he didn't know 100% if he was getting a job, he would have wanted to be prepared. He's probably been looking at all of our games. It would take somebody fucking 12 years old with not much knowledge of football to watch our games and say Jordan Ayew and Luke Thomas should not be playing, right? They're so easy to see.
I look, you're preaching to the choir, but yet multiple managers have not seen that. So that's why, for me, I am impressed that he's done that. To be honest with you, because like I say, he knows the championship. What I was going to
say, Neil. Sorry, no, I'm going to ask you this. A question I've got, right. We know, right, Marty, was it too much data driven? Because you'll know as well as me, right, Anil, if you look at Ayew's data, if you look at Luke Thomas's data, it's actually not that bad. Like, bizarrely, like the data actually suggests that, like, they're doing some things really well. Is there a possibility that may have played a part? Like the analysis that the club are saying, giving data to Marty to say, look, Thomas is doing good in these areas and Ayew's doing good with ball retention and stuff like that and winning fouls. Whereas Gary Rowett, very much old-fashioned, all he needs is the fucking eye to see these two players are shit. Do you know what I mean?
He's from that Warnock camp of you can shove your data up your orifice, but I don't know. Marty's a weird one, man. Like, I mean, like I say, I was very excited when he first came in and just so disappointed that he just couldn't see obvious things. Like, you know, the other one, look at a cup game last week, right? Jordan Ayew, the amount of times that he was like going into the same positions as either the attacking number 8 or the winger. And you're like, what are you doing? Like, why are you not in the middle of the box? And why is the manager not telling you that? I mean, it's just a very simple eye test. And like I say, you know, I'm amateur level at best. I've coached them, like, you know, under 19s is the highest level sort of thing. Well, I've done more than that, but you can, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, you can just tell the person, you know, what are you doing, Jordan? Stay in the box. And if he keeps doing it, you haul him. Very weird that he did that. So I don't really know with Marty. I mean, I think Luke was the one that said he feels that like he might be a good coach on paper and just can't actually translate from paper into reality. But I don't know. I don't even think he's good on paper. I just think he did very odd. That I'm surprised because when he was in charge of QPR, obviously we did some analysis of him and he did get them in that first half of season playing pretty good stuff. So I'm not really sure what fell out, but maybe it's just one of those they weren't as bad as they thought they were, and you know he just undid the mess of the previous manager, and then his own ideas were terrible.
I mean, Andy for fuck's sake, yeah. I mean, I would, but we love Aluko, but I can see why he wouldn't, because of, you know, Nelson and Aluko as a centre-back partnership, very young. I know Okoli's not much older than now. I think he's like 2-3 years older, and he's not super experienced, but he is an out-and-out centre-back, albeit not very good, but he is an out-and-out centre-back. So I can understand why. But for me, it's Aluko should have gone in at right-back. Like, it's not even a question for me. He should have. He has done really well. Like you said, not in every game, but yeah, he's.
I think with him at centre back, the issue is that, like, so I get it because Okoli's been really rash and brain dead, but I would say that a bit of an issue is I think Aluko, not necessarily at right back, but I do think when he's played centrally, he also, like, I remember I think it was against Coventry, and a lot of Coventry fans saying, is this guy trying to get himself sent off? Like, he's just making stupid challenges, sort of thing. So I whereas I think that more aggressive side to him is better at the right back position. But to be honest with you, like I've said a few times, right now, the player that worries the most in this 11 is Okoli. But let's maybe talk about that midfield, because that's a huge talking point, Locks.
Yeah, Harry Winks. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite here, because I'm going to sound like a hypocrite now. Let me explain my thinking behind why I'm not like fuming with Winks being in the team. Andy King had been at the club for over a year, right? He'd like been a coach and he worked under Rude and then he worked under Marty. He'd experienced all of what had gone on with Harry Winks, all of the bad. Gary Rowett's coming in. It's a new manager, a fresh manager. Sometimes players can turn it around. However, if we are 10 minutes into this game and like Harry Winks just isn't giving 100%, or come the end of the game he hasn't really pulled his weight like he hasn't in a lot of games this season, and he starts again the week after, then yeah, I will be like, Rowett out, Gary Rowett out. But I'm just disappointed that, and I'm quite surprised actually, Neil, Aribo isn't in the team. I thought Aribo would be in the team just solely off the basis of the physicality. You'd imagine a Gary Rowett midfield would be a physical midfield. Skip,
well, Locks, yeah.
I was going to say Skip isn't physical, but you know what I mean? He puts himself about more than Winks, in my opinion. No, I don't want Winks. If it was up to me, he wouldn't be in the team. But I'm not gonna hound out Gary Rowett off from one game. I'll give him a few, but yeah, I question how committed, or not committed. That's not the word I'm looking for here, but how relentless it may be our midfield will be with Winks in. I don't think it will be myself.
Well, to me, this is the most surprising thing. So I was expecting a fairly attritional team here and bit back to basics football. But honestly, Locks, when I look at that midfield, and the fact that Ricardo's in the team, I think we're going to see Gary Rowett trying to play some technical football here. That's my honest assumption. If you with that midfield three, that's what you'd have to assume. Funny enough, the interesting thing is, Winks should even be at the club. That's fair. But I have to say, I know he scored an overhead kick, but I think that Oliver Skip, as the CDM, has been a big problem all season for me. I think we're lacking that Ndidi stroke Kante destroying type player. We just don't make enough challenges in midfield at all. Now, I agree that I think Aribo, I was expecting him to be in the team as well for that physicality. But I actually thought he might be maybe ahead of Skip, and he might put Winks as a CDM, because I think the Winks is also not going to win the ball either, but I think he is better at setting the tempo and things like that. Anyway, this is what he's gone for. We'll have to see it. I will say, Locks, though, that I've got a feeling that Gary Rowett, I think that if Winks doesn't perform today, he's not going to, he's not that type of manager. He don't give a shit. He'll just then replace him next time round. But I would say, though, looking at the way the game's going to play, I think that might be where the game is won and lost. So to me, I actually feel like we are going to try and take the game a little bit. I think we're going to see us passing the ball more than you might think we would. That's my expectation. Maybe not so much sideways and backwards, but I think we might try and control the tempo. But will that work? I don't know. The one thing I will say, Stoke have been in bad form themselves, and I heard that a lot of their players have also been out injured.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I'm so excited because it's Neil. Like, I don't think it's unfair to say 10 minutes in, we'll kind of know where this team's at. We will know. I think it'll be, it's going to be so interesting to see how they're set up. Obviously, we know it's a 4-2-3-1, but a Gary Rowett team. I mean, somebody put a comment on the channel the other day, saying maybe there is a small chance that Gary Rowett is actually a really good manager. He's just never really had the squads.
I mean, that's what people said about Sean Dyche, who just got sacked from Forest. You never know. But look, I would say this, though. So before I saw this 11, my expectation for today was Haramble, right? Really defensive, time wasting, win the 50-50s, have some grimy set pieces, nick one, although I thought Patel might be playing, and just try and grind out the games. And I don't even remember Marty's first 10 games, but that's actually how the last time we beat Stoke, I don't think we played particularly well at all, but we did beat them. So I was thinking we might see a game like that. That would be your traditional Gary Rowett style. But as you say, let's see in the first 10 minutes. Maybe there will be a bit of surprise and we might be more fluent than we expect. But look, let's be honest, Locks, from now till the end of the season, all the games can be terrible performances. If you get the results, that's the most important thing. I'm certainly not going to be judging Rowett on performances, in my opinion. Maybe you disagree. For me, it's all about the results.
Score prediction, I'm going for a Leicester City 3-0 win.
What are you on? We haven't got a clean sheet, and that's insane. For me, I think someone's put it there. I'm going to go 1-1 draw as well, which I don't know. I think it was offered now. I think if it was offered now, I'd probably say yes, just because it stops the slide. But I don't know if you look.
Would you take a 0-0?
Yeah, I would, because the clean sheet is. Do you know what, Locks? I actually think 0-0 is better than 1-1. As crazy as that sounds, because we just haven't got a clean sheet, and that would give some confidence. But
Confidence.
the only thing I'm saying is that if you look at our next couple of games, this is the only one I really feel is winnable. So, let's see. Let's see how it goes, though.
Yeah, well, we are about to kick off.
Yeah,
thanks. Score predictions in the chat. Milgo says 1-1 draw. Jeff 2-1 Leicester. Bruce 1-1. And Kit is saying 2-0 to Stoke. Ryan's saying 0-0 draw. Take it at least. Stop the rot of games without a clean sheet. Luke is saying Monga to score today. Right, we are about to kick off. As always, no spoiling anything in the live chat. The clock is going to be at the top of the screen, as always. And please wait for us. Either sync your streams up or wait for us to react before you post anything. We have kicked off. If you do spoil anything, you are kicked out of the chat. And here we go.
Do you know one thing that's interesting as well, Locks, is at the exact same time, West Brom and Coventry are also playing. So by the end of this game, it could be looking great. It could be looking disastrous. It's kind of an interesting one.
Ball given away early by Patson Daka.
Yeah.
Do you think they've been? I just have, when you have like a manager like Gary Rowett, you kind of like just envisage a like 7-hour training session of defenders just heading balls from crosses.
Yeah. Well, look at that. So Ricky there, he got the ball, and I think in previous weeks he'd have tried to play that back to the keeper or played it out, and he just kicked it out.
Yep. If in doubt.
So let's see. And he is one of the more technical players, so that might be a change already. That he's like,
if you're under pressure, I mean, for a manager coming in, an old school manager coming in, who's, with the form that we've been in trying to play out, surely the first thing you would say to the players is, if you're under pressure, just get rid of it. Like, it's that simple, isn't it? Get rid of the ball.
I saw something earlier this week that, ball into the box, nice dealt with, that Mourinho was basically given his sort of like guide, 7 steps to how to win big games. And it's, as old school says, he's like, the team that has more of the ball will make more mistakes. The team that makes fewer mistakes will win the game, which is like really anti-football. But you can see how it was so successful, because he was like, this is the, when the team has a lot of the ball, the home crowd gets on their back and they're more prone to make mistakes. So a lot of these old school managers are risk averse because of that. All right, so there's a set piece, says Stoke early on. Corner. Press all to take. Luke says Skip's hair took a dent in these 7-hour header sessions. Nelson
Skip, went down there, yeah. You'd Skip back asking for a foul there, but not given.
Hasn't got it.
I imagine Luke's back when we win a game. Which may or may not be today. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we lost today, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm just being optimistic. But so yeah,
I think the last time we played Stoke away, we lost, didn't we? Even under Enzo. Nasty one, that. Man, I'm surprised it's so empty in their ground. That's a bit surprising.
Another cross hit. Oh, and we're 1-0 down. And Leicester City are 1-0 down already.
The Gary Rowett era has begun with conceding from a set piece.
Well done, lads. You've done so well.
Under the cosh early on as well.
What was that defense? What was that? What happened there? Did you see? I haven't seen it back.
Poor
yet.
defense. That's what. What's kind of frustrating is we dealt with the first initial phase, and it's off the second one.
Well,
they saying Christensen was there to blame. I can't say. We kind of lagged out for us our stream there. Well, that's just what you didn't need. Yeah, 2 minute manager bounce. Oh, that's poor. And got in through in between Nelson and Christensen there. Commentators criticizing Victor Christensen there. I don't know. I feel Nelson's a bit to blame there, to be honest. But need to see it again.
It's just typical, isn't it? It's just
Yeah.
typical that I think the epitome of our squad this season is going 1-0 down within 2 minutes of a game, and it's happened again. It's crazy.
Well, there as well. I mean, that's just a 50-50, and the other players wanted it more. That has been a huge problem all season, the lack of physicality.
This is why I'm surprised Aribo's not playing, man. I think that's a
Yeah.
wrong call. I really do think it's a wrong call.
I agree with that. Oh, nice from Makasa. Oh, but he hasn't dealt with it. But he's won it back, has he? Or he's lost it? And we look at 6s and 7s already, though, to be honest.
We do. Who's down injured? Daka.
No other striker. So you might see Makasa as... Yeah, Makasa does seem to be the only one trying.
Richards could come on.
Maybe they'll have to try it, yeah.
Or is that Ricardo or Daka? I can't tell.
No, it's Daka, yeah.
Twenty-seven games in a row without clean sheet.
Wow, that's insane.
Gary Rowett, I think, would pass the Luke Kemping drip check today.
Yeah.
Luke, let us know in the comments, mate, if you agree. He's got the cap, white trainers. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably Victor, isn't it?
Yeah, Victor has done badly there.
Just not strong enough.
Yeah, he's let the guy.
But again, why is Victor marking one of the biggest men on the pitch? That's the question I'd ask.
Yeah, but you got to use your body strength there. He hasn't. Jesus
Leicester
Christ.
really under the cosh here, guys.
Yeah.
I suppose, Anil, Gary Rowett's no-nonsense defensive football's like all well and good, so long as you're not...
Until you go behind, yeah. Exactly. Because how are you going to get back into the game? No, we haven't got out of our own half yet, no. Luke says, sexy post-Prime Sunday dad outfit.
Yeah, there you go. 68% possession for Stoke so far. Well, 10 minutes in...
Christensen's having a nightmare already, isn't he?
I've seen nothing to suggest we're going to stay up, to be honest. Nothing at all. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
League One away days. Yeah, they are winning all the loose balls and 50-50s. We haven't even started yet. That is the crazy thing.
I have never...
Yeah.
I was going to say, no, I have and I genuinely mean this, and I hope to God I'm wrong, and people will say this is just me being reactionary. I have never been so convinced that we're going to be 3-0 down at halftime. Genuinely. I am absolutely convinced.
Yeah. I think we're letting them cross the ball in too easily. I'm wondering if that's a tactic, or we're trying to be more compact and head the ball clear, but we're not doing it. Because first goal came from a cross that was too easy to get to. And there, Sorba Thomas, we know he's been in great form for them. Makasa on the ball here. Finally, we get out our own half.
It was a good attempt there. On the ball from Victor.
That was more like the more traditional 4-2-3-1 raiding fullbacks that we haven't seen in a long time. Haven't seen that since Brendan. Man, he's probably chewing that gum, Gary Rowett. We're thinking, fucking hell. No, good challenge in the end there by Ricardo.
That's a foul now.
Yeah. Or is it?
Stoke have scored 9 prior to today. They scored 9 goals in the last 15 games.
Yeah, but here comes Dr. Leicester to help them out.
It's crazy, mate.
Yeah. I think the worrying thing, Locks, as well, is that was like their third or fourth corner in a row, and I don't think we looked solid on any of them. Yeah, that was a bozo challenge from Ricky P. He's lucky to get away with that.
Nah.
Rout was the ex-Stoke manager. I don't know about player, but he definitely managed them.
Yeah, he might have played for them as well, yeah. He played for quite a few clubs, I think.
Yeah. I didn't realise he managed over 500 games. That's crazy.
Mental, innit?
Yeah.
So there's only 4 managers more experienced in the Championship than Gary Rowett.
Wow.
Neil Warnock.
Yeah.
Neil Warnock, Mick McCarthy, Ian Holloway, and Tony Mowbray. They're the only 4.
That's crazy.
Because like you still kind of like think I still think of him as like a young manager. Do you know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah,
he's not young, but
he's only 51. He's not. That's not too old. Yeah, look at this. We're actually trying to play possession football here, as I said we might with that midfield.
Victor's not got the pace to get there.
No, but we've moved up the field there.
Yeah, we never got going right in the first. Like we just couldn't get anything going. So let's see. High line.
Yeah. Poor pass from Macaulay. What's new?
But like this is also like what we tend to do. Like we do have good spells, and then it goes out the window and we concede. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah. I don't think you can even call this a good spell, Locks. It was just a few passes together. Put one cross into the box so far.
If someone said missing eye, you fuck off.
We need the Luke Thomas long throw.
What a fucking shambles.
Yeah, omni shambles.
He does like a long throw though, Gary Rowett. So I hear.
I do feel a bit sorry for him though, because again, it's just like you can see the goal from the set piece after minute 3, and you know, already on the back foot. It's like I'd have quite happily taken like 20 minutes of just shit football from both teams just to like work our way into it.
Yeah.
I think we've got back into the game okay. I think last 5 minutes we've been starting to get some spells of possession. Will we actually do anything with it?
How is that not a foul? That was a foul in my eyes.
Championship though, and you got to say Ricky should have probably given away a free kick, but Thomas is absolutely cooking Victor.
I was going to say, I can't remember what I was going to say now.
Oh, Daka trying a bit of Vardy-esque action.
That's what you want, though. You want a strike to...
Yeah, you're not going to see I do that. You wouldn't have the pace to get there.
This ref, though, I'm not saying that was a blatant foul, but this ref's a bit... I don't know. He's letting it.
It's the championship, man. Coley, terrible. I think when you're in the championship, you just keep playing until you hear the whistle. It's as simple as that. It's always been a physical league. It's always been one where you get away with more than you get away with in other leagues.
Mate, Coley is so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Oh my god. West Brom are losing, by the way. I mean, I don't know if you saw the Blackburn result last night. It's West Brom we're going to have to rely on.
Yeah. That's the team. It's between it's Oxford, Leicester, West Brom. 2 of those teams are going down. Which 2? And it's going to be funny because obviously we managed to scam that victory against West Brom. That could be a huge result come the end of the season. You got to say though, Michael O'Neill at Blackburn's come in. I think he's already got 3 wins or something with them from 4 games. Quite impressive.
There you go, hitting it long.
Yeah.
What did Luke say? Manny said he's an Italian international and that he would score 8 goals this season and he never gets players wrong. Get the bozo alarm out. Yeah. Yeah. He also said Coley was our best centre-back, which is... I genuinely think Wout Faze would give him a run for his money.
Clearly, I mean... But he's been a huge disappointment, Coley. I just cannot believe... You would...
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Go on.
Play someone.
No,
What are you doing, man? You're such a bot. Yeah. Steffi Mavadidi, the fucking bot, is back. Why, man? Somebody said, we have to remember that Rowett has inherited a bunch of losers.
Of course he has, yeah. I mean, look, I say if anyone coming in this situation, it's a hard job, man. It'd be hard to judge anyone, really.
Let it go.
I would say so far to me, it's more of just a traditional 4-2-3-1 where you've got more reliance upon your fullbacks, a bit more play centrally, a bit more direct, not so much inverting players or trying to bait the press. Is that good enough? We'll have to see. I actually see some patterns of play and stuff like that, which is more than you could say under the king of Cifuentes, to be honest.
I was going to say, Neil, like, you could see him try a 3 at the back at some point, but obviously we just don't have the centre-backs at the minute to do it. Once Lascelles is back, maybe we might see that. But I wouldn't mind. I mean, a back 3 of a Luco at right centre back. We saw that, didn't we, in one of the games? Like after was it the red card?
That might be a better position for him than man. Ricky's been quite naughty today, I would say.
Did they give a foul for that? There's nothing wrong with that. He's won the ball. Monga's struggling a little bit. I agree with that.
Yeah, well, obviously he wouldn't have started if Fatau was fit.
But also, it's like, does Monga work hard enough?
Yeah. I mean, he's still just a kid, isn't he? He's still just a kid.
I will say, Mavadidi Oh, my God, Nelson. Oh,
got away with it.
God. Go on. I will say, Mavadidi's put in a few challenges today. To be fair.
He has. Yeah.
Winning the ball back. Did you see the thing the other day of Jeffrey Schlupp's son?
No.
Jeffrey Schlupp's son uploaded a photo to Instagram of this.
Yeah.
And it was like AI, and it said Sultan relegated. Yeah. About Leicester. Yeah.
Wow. Guess Jeff Schlupp has no love lost for Leicester. He was part of the title winning. Yeah. Why, man? They were part of the title winning squad, weren't they?
Yeah.
Remember that game against Swansea when Jeff Schlupp came in? He was pretty good in that game. 4-0 win towards the back end.
Yeah. Yeah, that was when we had an injury or a couple of suspensions. Vardy was suspended.
Yeah. Those were the days, eh?
Nice. Oh, good attempt. I saw the vision.
Yeah. A bit too ambitious. I think like a lot of people are saying in chat, it's hard to see us scoring at the moment.
You say what the fuck was that, Ryan? I get you because it was poorly pulled off, but I think the idea was good. The idea was good. It's just too far. I wonder what Rowett's thinking on the touchline.
Fuck, that's probably what he's thinking.
Some of these players played Enzo ball and now they can't pass wind. Yeah.
That's what happens when you're low on confidence, though. I mean, we had a spell like that even under Enzo, where the games we started losing them. We did see similar things where just the passing let us down.
Apparently, if we lose today, it's the first time since 2006 that we've lost more that we've lost 5 games in a row outside of the Premier League.
That doesn't surprise. I'm actually surprised 2016 we did it, because traditionally Leicester have been one of the strongest championship teams, and we're normally
probably the year we went down. Was that the year we went down?
Must be, yeah. We're close to. Because most of the time, even when we have a middling team in the championship, we are still always around the playoffs. Leicester, just one of those teams normally. Someone goes, Rowett's thinking, why do I hate myself? They love a stat here on the stream, don't they? Stato.
Yes. I'm thinking, mate, and this isn't really. I'm not sure if Monga. I'm not sure if this Monga is going to work under Gary Rowett.
Well, what do you do though? Because who else can play on that right-hand side? On the right-hand side, why don't you just put Duan? Actually, why don't you just put him on? Yeah. No, I agree.
Well, he probably will be the one in the second half.
Well, I agree that with Monga, that was a bit close from Nelson. If Monga beats his man, he looks great. But if he doesn't, then he just gets swept off the ball too easily. And he's like I say, 16-year-old playing in there.
Oh my God, Nelson's been done there. Fucking hell.
He has not had the best game so far, I think.
I think with Nelson, right? Like, he's not a bad player. You can just tell the experience, lack of experience. Like, for me, I think that's what it is.
I don't know. I've been disappointed in him this season. He's not been. Don't think he's pushed on as much as I would have liked to have hoped and seen him. You could say the same about many, though, couldn't you? Stolarczyk's the same.
Starting to sway back in favour of Stoke here.
Yeah, we just can't get control of the game, and that's a worry, because you'd think that if we are going to play wings and skip, that we'd be able to get control of midfield and pass it around. But I don't know, it just feels like I haven't seen Skip in the game at all. You often see that when he plays with wings, just like a passenger. I'd be definitely thinking of a Rebo as the change. Good save in the end there. Went for a
Danny
crowd.
Simpson's just tweeted, lads, come on, I need a bit more from you.
I think the worry is just like many games, Locks, is 1-0 down. You just don't really see any urgency to our play. That was a really good save, because that's had a nasty deflection.
Well, on the corner.
Yeah.
Wish us luck.
It's funny, they look more dangerous to us when they miscue their corners.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice
Begovic
catch.
claims. Go on, go quick.
He's tried to. We are going to get to it. Right idea. There we go. That was decent. Back to front. Here we go. Nice
offside.
Ball.
He's offside.
Is he?
Mavididi left it too long, man. I'm telling you, he's a fucking bot. He should have played Daka in like a second early, 2 seconds earlier.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he wanted it. Yeah,
Luke, that weren't Daka, man. Luke, that weren't Daka, man. Mavididi should have released him earlier. It was offside. Yeah, it was. Just. That's off as well. Yeah. Now it's mad that Daka was his only option, whereas all the support from midfield and fullbacks.
That's what you should probably expect from Gary Rowell. We're not going to commit too many men forward.
Do we Anil, do we often play the offside trap? I don't think we do we?
Well,
that looks like
the high line. But
yeah, but that was like that felt like an intentional offside trap.
trying to use
Ricardo stepped up at the last second to catch him offside. But that's like the old school type of thing, right? You know.
Yeah. No, I mean that's part of
me.
We're definitely not doing a high press though. That's for sure. Yeah, that's another time we got him offside. So that's a thing.
Well, it's been a pretty abysmal half, to be honest with you. Half, even for the neutral, right? It's been pretty grim.
Yeah. Well, I like I said to you, most likely, you know, with his teams, they are not known for playing expansive football. As you say, though, you know, his football works when you got 0-0. When you haven't, what are you going to do? That's what we're going to have to learn.
That's better.
That's better, yeah. Oh,
Skip.
You almost got to it. So, I mean, this passing's not been good. Skip's been poor this half for me.
Do you think it's fair to say that this might sound crazy because we went 1-0 down in the first 2 minutes? Does our defence look slightly more organised? I think it does. A little bit.
I think we're clutching.
Considering 3 days training, 2 days training. I think there's been a slight...
I will reserve judgment on that.
But I will say in our attacking areas, we're worse than we were under King. Attacking, do you know what I mean?
Man, there's so many games in the championship today so early. How come? Is it because there's cup games at 3 o'clock or something? Yeah.
Oh, my castle, that was bad. Do you think Winks has warranted his start so far?
I don't think him or Skip have really done anything. I think Winks has done more than Skip has so far, but it's marginal.
I'm going to say, like, if the game plan was to not control the game, my question is, why is Winks on the pitch?
That's what I was saying at the start of the game. It's a weird midfield to take.
I want to know why fucking Andy... I want to know how much Andy King has had to say on what the starting 11, what he thinks the best team is. I mean, you'd think he'd give his opinion to the manager.
Yeah. They must have had conversations, especially with regards to Winks. Yeah, it's just what the commentator is saying. He's saying Winks and Skip should be controlling the game. They're not.
Skip and control is two words that should not be in the same sentence together.
No, we've never seen it. We've never seen it. You can't do it. Oh, fucking hell! We've got away with it there. Come off the crossbar. That would have been
I am
easy.
gobsmacked.
Where's it?
That's not a goal.
Defensive organisation, Locks. If you say so.
I'm blaming the set piece coach.
So easy, just a simple cross in. Wow, how have they missed that? You know, it's actually the great header to begin with, but it's actually the follow-up. He's just headed it wide. That's insane. That should be 2-0.
Luke, I'm talking about the defensive shape, like in possession. I'm not talking about set pieces. Oh my God.
What's he doing?
What a bozo. What a bozo.
Oh my
Nelson,
God.
man.
It's impossible to see us staying up. We just look so bad. So bad. They just got all the hallmarks of a team that's going down.
That bit we're absolutely still in the league.
Yeah, we're absolutely horrendous at defending set pieces. Get rid of set pieces. We're just absolutely horrendous at defending. Full stop. No clean sheets in 27. Yeah, I mean, if it was 3-0 Stoke right now, how could you say that's an unfair reflection on the score? You couldn't. Totally one-sided here. And, you know, the most annoying thing is, again, it's just all self-inflicted, isn't it? It's not even...
Sorba Thomas trying to do a James Maddison, wind up the fans by moving the ball for the corner, like off the line.
That's an actual good Thomas as a player, unlike the ones we've got.
Good closing down there by Skip. We never seem to do that, right? We normally just invite the crosses, usually. Yeah. Be interesting to see if there's any substitutions at half-time, though.
He needs to right now.
I think Aribo could come on at half-time.
He needs to do something. Because the thing is like, the way the game's going now, we 100% lose. He could make a change and would be even worse, but we're going to lose anyway. So I'll be honest. I actually think like a really top manager would make a change now, Locks. I just think we look at 6s and 7s. Nothing is working at all. Have a look at the XG if you want to have some fun. For a team that needs to get back into the game, 0.02. I mean, have we tested their keeper? I don't think so. There's nothing. There's no control of the game. There's no getting back into it or look like we can do anything. It just right now, if you look at it, it just says, you know, how many are Stoke going to win by? That's what this game looks like right now.
I'd bring on a Rebo, a Luco, and one of Silko or Dijon. They're the three I would do, but
can you change your entire 11?
Yeah.
Daka wins the ball back there.
Mavididi doesn't want to pass to...
He just
Victor.
refuses to do it, doesn't he? Why not? That would have been a cross there. Doubling up on Monga. Yeah. That beats him. Missing Fatau down that side today, unsurprisingly. Won it back, though. That's better. More like it.
This is better.
Yeah.
But you need to keep this, you need to keep it on because
Mavididi again there. Yeah. Christensen
we'll turn the ball over and
they'll score. They'll score, yeah. Well, we've turned the ball over, but we've given it back to their keeper. That's our new tactic.
But yeah, what I mean more is like, so now we've lost the ball. I bet you Stoke now have a spell, but whereas we don't put a spell together. It's just one kind of play and then done, and we're done then for another fucking 10 minutes.
That's been the case all season.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we just lost this game 1-0. Just ends 1-0.
Which on the reflection of play would be a fortunate result, I would say, because it probably should already be game over here. That's better. Showing some signs of life here, but that's good. Go on. Good ball. Hello. Well, that was a good effort from Ricardo. All right, here we go. Spell FC.
A great strike, however,
That
I
was
might be
good
being
effort,
cynical.
Man.
Yeah,
could have
I
played
might
in
be being
wings,
cynical.
yeah.
Well, I was going to say, long shots to me tell me that they're a bit desperate, that they can't really get anything going.
Oh no, what was that? That is horrendous. Macassie got to run back, mate. You've given a corner away, you prick. All right, he's finally got back into the... That's so bad. First corner of the game and we do that. Jeez.
Victor's injured.
I mean, the way he's played that half, is that bad?
Victor is only just back and he's already down and he's probably going to go off and we're probably going to get Luke Thomas. Praise the Lord. If there's a God out there, this is what it's fucking giving us. Luke Thomas. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Are you saying he's done his Achilles?
No, he's joking.
Oh, I was going to say. You don't know, though. Maybe it's easier to come back off heavy surgery. I mean, it's...
It was like the side of his ankle.
Okay. All right, he's having a go at them. What's he doing? All right, he's telling them.
That's what you want to see, though.
Yeah, no, it is way more vocal than previous managers. Redback says, it's bad when we make Pep star boy turn into a bozo. Agree with you. Classic case of the game isn't going our way, so now he's injured. You know what? I'm always cynical on players as well. It's amazing how many.
Harry Winks against Chelsea last season, Cooper's last game, went down after 20 minutes, went off, and then he was celebrating in Copenhagen that night.
Of course, yeah. His bones coming out of his socks. Are you sure?
Yeah, Luke's just doing his usual injury thing.
Trolling. He is kind of crying though. Maybe it looks like his season's done. Luke Thomas to the rescue. Da-da-da-da-da.
We are absolutely fucked. Luke Thomas coming on.
Yeah, I mean that to me, I wouldn't be surprised if that's Christensen done for the season. That's what he appears to be in tears for.
That's his World Cup gone as well.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
We've got this fucking 12-year-old girl at left back. Genuinely.
He's holding the ball up better than expected.
Oh my God.
Has he kept that in? He has as well.
Fucking hell, Mavididi.
Yeah. More is coming from Mavididi than Monga today, though, which is unsurprising. But
Go on, there's a ball there.
he's made it
Fucking
somehow.
hell.
Go on. Oh. Man, we've still got that 11 strangers who've only just met each other 5 minutes ago feeling to this team, haven't we?
Can you imagine we still have Bilal El Khanous in this team?
Mate, how good was he? Did you see him against Celtic? He was running the show.
I was saying last night to somebody, it's like the Lookman situation. Like, we only get to see him one season. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. Yeah. And it's like, it's so depressing. He's a rat, though.
I will say, though, that if you put Bilal in this team, I don't think it would have improved us that much, to be honest. He's a good player, but he's still... what I mean is he's still young, right? Like, so... For me, what I would expect from Khanous is I think in a few years' time, he'll be a player that actually runs the game himself. He'll be that good. But you don't normally get that unless your name's Cesc Fabregas at a young age. So he'd obviously have an impact and improve us a bit. But for example,
he runs some games in the Premier League.
To some... Oh!
Anil, what I would say, let me ask you this, Anil. Where would we, how different do you think our season would have been if we had Bilal El Khanous and Wilfred Ndidi in the team?
Oh, yeah, then we'd, well, yeah. Of course, we'd be pushing for, might be pushing for autos, to be honest. I think Ndidi's the bigger thing. Because I was going to say, he's with Khanous, he's got Angelo Stiller behind him, who's the guy that really runs that team for Stuttgart.
Yeah.
Who's, been linked with Madrid and Man United. Oh, I thought we'd scored there, Keeper was scrambling. Decent corner. Go on, can we get one back before half time? The Luke Thomas effect. Oh, he's got it back, Ricky. Lost it, but win it back.
Three or 4 minutes left of the half. Who took that corner?
I think it was Jerry Monga. No, Monga was at the back post. I don't know.
Mavididi, maybe?
Winks, don't know.
Oh, yeah, probably Winks. Somebody said, of course, we finally got a bit of momentum just before half-time. Well, if I know Leicester, I know that our chances of conceding a goal are now dramatically increased. Because
we're attacking. The long throw almost comes off. Yeah, Monga gets bullied for sure. I don't know if you saw that. Luke Thomas, actually, that was a foul throw. He took both, but feet were well past the line there when he threw it. Surprised he got away with that.
Was that a foul throw from Luke Thomas? Did I miss that? Oh, my God. How dead is this stadium, man? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. Look how many empty seats there are. That really surprises me. Oh. I wonder why. I mean, it kind of looks like it's at the King Power. That's how many empty seats there are. Is it just because it's 12:30 kickoff?
I think they're just a bit fed up as well, to be fair, Stoke.
Yeah. Yeah, they were going really well early season, weren't they, under Robbins? I wonder what's happened. Lack of squad, maybe.
This is what the King Power will turn into. Yeah, it's true.
I mean, it already is.
Next season.
Yeah, I mean, in League One, what is it like? Probably half full at
Go on.
best most games.
Oh, Mavadidi was open there, man.
Was this our good half or our bad half, Lux?
Well, it could well just be that we have 2 bad halves under our. We might have been lucky to get 1 good half out of Marty. Now it's just going to go to 2 bad half. See, look, we're not hitting it. Not just hitting
Long
it
and
long
direct,
here.
no. Yeah.
Don't give this bozo the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's still just sideways and back.
Ugh.
Get it to Winks. Commentator said it. He's right. Said they're not going anywhere, are they? All right. Somehow we've engineered something. All right, that's
Go on,
good.
nice.
Play
Take
quickly.
it quick.
Go on.
You've got to play
Go on,
Mavadidi.
Mavadidi.
That's
Cross.
not great.
He
wasn't
could have done.
great from
Pass wasn't great from
Mikasa.
Mikasa. Yeah. Corner at the end of the
He's
first
fuming.
half. Yeah, because he should have been played in earlier. Though he's one to talk, isn't he, Mavadidi? that is a poor pass given that he took a bobble, didn't he? He needed to.
Very poor.
Yeah.
Corner from Winks.
We actually look quite threatening on the set pieces. I don't think it's intentional, but it's.
Aye. I'm going to say this is one of the worst halves of the season, to be honest. Apparently there was cheers or a chance of he's had enough when Victor went off, injured. That's quite funny.
He looked in pain. When does his contract run to? That he could be a challenge to get rid of.
Victor,
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
The reason why is because of his fee. I don't know how much we need to accept.
$2028, mate.
Wait. Have you
2028.
dropped it? Okay, you're back. Okay.
Yeah, 2028. His contract expires.
Okay. Well, Gary Rowett era begins with a goal after 3 minutes for the opposition and a pretty poor half.
Can you hear me, mate? Is it me dropping out or is it you? I can't tell. Somebody in the chat let us know. Is it me dropping out or is it a nil? I
think you're dropping.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. There were nil. The Gary Rowett era has began horrifically so far. 1 goal conceded inside 2 minutes, and a nil out. Gary Rowett, 1 goal conceded in the first 2 minutes, and one thing comes to mind, mate. you said on the show on Wednesday, I think it was, that there is a concern that things defensively don't improve that much, but the attack actually gets worse. And I know it's early, I know it's 45 minutes, but I would say our attack is worse than it was under Andy King.
Yeah, I agree. What can I say? I mean, that was always a worry. Problem is that if you start the half that badly, what can you really do? Same with everything. So the only thing you can say to scare her out, at least he hasn't had the man sent off after 15 minutes. What happened to Andy King? But yeah, it just hit. For what we're expecting, we were hoping to see a more great. I mean, the thing is that what's really changed as well? Nothing much, has it? It's not like we've been grittier. We haven't really gone more direct. Just seems like a bit of a recycle of what we've done previously, but without doing anything.
Yeah. So there's. I'm going to bring some comments up now. I've also got the stats here. Let me bring them up.
Yeah, 1 shot on target, which was the Ricky P effort.
3 shots, 1 on target. Yeah, I mean, our possession improved a nil. So I suppose that's something, I guess. But yeah, it's obviously 7 tackles each, 2 fouls each. So yeah, let's look at some of the comments here. We'll see what people are saying. Let's see what this halftime team talk will do. We've somehow had possession. The beat goes on. Crap again. Shit going forward. This ain't a team of individuals that play together. The team is a bunch of pussies. None of these players care is the bottom line. Horror show defending from Nelson. Do you agree with that, Anil? Do you think Nelson's been pretty poor?
I think he was one of our worst players in that half. Yeah, I mean, not great for the corner. Almost gifted them a second, didn't he, with that poor taking the ball out the back. He was not particularly good, no. Yeah, I hate to say it, I think Okoli was better than that half, and that's saying something.
Yeah, I think you're right there, to be fair. Woeful first half. Only positive is it's only 1-0. All over the place at the back as usual. Ricardo red card coming. I mean, I want to see Bade Aluko without a shadow of a doubt in the second half. New manager, same players, same shit, common denominator. Yeah, exactly. I don't care how old Monger is. It is totally unacceptable for him to be jogging around offering no help to Ricardo. I mean, we said this at the start of Nil. I worry whether he is the right type of player for a Gary Rowett team. I mean, we know Aluko would have played. Fatau would have played if he was fit. But I think Silko Thomas is probably the better option for a Gary Rowett team.
Or Duane Richards. I will agree, because the thing with Monger is that when he loses the ball, he just doesn't offer I'm not, because of his physicality, I'm not expecting him to win the ball back. But the point is, if you and Ricardo double up on the winger, at least you make them have to work for it. But he doesn't. He just sort of gives up, which is quite bad to see for someone at that age, right? You'd think that you'd have been coached to have the work ethic. So it's unfortunate.
Sorry, that was me. Did you need to drop out?
I'm going to drop out 1 minute, just sort of things like that.
Yeah. Let me see what else people are saying here. Where are our goals coming from? Yeah, it's a good question. I have no idea. It's almost as if we should have brought in a striker, eh? It's almost like we should have brought in a striker in the January window. We are the only team I've seen that don't have a new manager bounce. Yeah. Aribo on in the second half. So this is what I would do personally. And Gary Rowett knows a lot more about football than me, so I acknowledge that. I would bring on Joe Aribo, Bade Aluko, and one of Silko Thomas or Dejon Richards. But that only leaves you with one more sub, because obviously Thomas has already gone off. So that's what I would do. It's not going to happen, right? It's very rare that you see a triple sub at half time, so it's not going to happen, but that's what I would do. I think Aribo and Silko or Dejon as the non-negotiable. I don't think Ricardo's been terrible. But he is, it's a weird one. Mikasa, yeah, you could bring on Aribo as the 10. Sorry for yawning, it's rude. You could bring on Aribo as a 10. He can play in the 10. He did it at Rangers. So you could do that. At least we can accept now there is no manager that can put a rocket in these players' arses. Can play a Luca right wing? Yeah, I'm not sure on that one, to be honest. I imagine Monga was given complete freedom at youth level and didn't need to defend. Doesn't work in the men's game. That's true. Although that doesn't excuse the work rate. You know, we're not even talking about him not defending a nil. We're talking about just him not really. I mean, there's a lot of jogging with Jeremy Monga. A lot of jogging.
Yeah, as I say, it's just basics, right? As soon as you lose the ball, you go and do your defensive work. As I say, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to win the ball back. Just be in the right position so you can double up on someone, make it more difficult. He definitely hasn't done that. Do you know what was worrying, Locks? I saw Makasa do that a few times in that half as well. Like he did that corner, he gave it away. Winks was the one that was tearing back to try and win the ball back, and Makasa really just jogged and was lucky they managed to get back in time.
This comment here, seriously, this team needs studying at sports science degree courses in the future. I agree. You know, Tito, I'm going to screenshot that comment because that's a good one.
I mean, people will probably be studying the demise and downfall of Leicester for quite some time. You know, it's crazy how you can, a team that was considered to be so well run turned out is all flukes it all along.
No leadership on the pitch. They are all coasting. I'd agree with that as well. Keep Ricky P and swap out later on in the game if gets leggy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Two up front is our only hope. I mean, the problem though, Derek, is we don't have two strikers, do we now? We've got Daka and Ayew at the club, and Ayew's not in the squad. So you've got Daka and maybe Dejon Richards potentially. Like apparently he's been brought in as a winger, but you never know.
I don't see how two up top is going to help it today. Anyway, we're going to just ping the ball long and lose it. I'm not sure, but it's hard to see a way back in the game. Like I say, we've had more possession there, but we're just no one in the middle really dominating and then dictating the pace of the game. I think Skip's been an absolute passenger. I'm sorry, I say that a lot. I've noticed that when he played alongside Jordan James, he was quite good. But when he plays alongside Harry Winks, he just looks like he's invisible. I'm not really sure why that's the case, but it is. So for me, actually, he's the one that I would replace probably for a Rebo or somebody. I think we've got to get something going. We need to get something back into the team. But I kind of agree with what Knife's just put there. There's no tactical change can save this team. Doesn't really feel like it right now. When Jordan James comes back into the team, that's probably the only thing that can get a tune out of us again.
That's true. I mean, you got to think maybe, mate, like, I know Ramsey's further down the line, but JJ and Ramsey, you know, that's a lot of improvement in the team.
I just don't think you can count on Ramsey.
No.
I think that if you're expecting a player, I mean, look, we've just seen the player today. He's been out injured for 4 or 5 months, comes back into team, he's gone again. Just don't think you can rely on people like that. You've got to go for the people that are able to play more than one game in a row and see if they can help us out.
Send them to Beaver Drive and let the women use Seagrave until they show they are worthy. Spoiled, useless twats. I've been to Seagrave. The place is ridiculous. Winks used to bully Skip at Spurs. JJ gets the best out of him. Bourbon Fox says we won't have many points left to win by the time JJ is back. I fear.
That's the issue.
Well, as we said the other day, including this game, there's 42 points left to play for. That's it. Only 42 left to play for. So after today, you know, it's that obviously drops by 3. So take off Daka, put Mukasa at 9, bring on Richards for Monga, bring off Okoli or Nelson, and bring on a Rebo. I do think we need to see a Rebo, to be fair. I do think that needs to happen.
Yeah. I don't think Daka's been that bad for me, to be honest. I think he's actually held it up okay and made some good runs. I just don't think he's getting any service.
He's done his job, hasn't he? Daka.
Yeah. Mukasa has been disappointing in this game, I would say. He has got involved at times. He just hasn't been able to thread that final ball through, has he? I'm sure if Bobby Reid was on the bench, he'd be coming on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's back next week, isn't he? On Tuesday, I think Bobby Reid is back, so we might see him. Let's give a promotion to the guy who thought selling Cannon was a great idea. Well, Cannon's been pretty poor, to be fair. He has been pretty poor. Sheffield United fans are pretty fuming with the fact they paid 10 million quid for him. Daka's completely isolated up there. We need someone who up top who can hold it up and bring the rest of the team forward and into the game.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Yeah. Bring on Richards and get some height in the box. Where is Fatawu? Fatawu's got an injury to his knee. He's just a bit of inflammation. So that's why he's not in the team. They need to learn work rate across the entire team. I honestly think they all don't give a toss. Most of them are out of contract and know they won't be here when we go down. Insight: Oxford could be winners from the 12:30 kickoffs if they beat Middlesbrough, as West Brom and us are losing.
Yeah.
Luke says when the ball gets played through, Daka looks a threat. It's a shame those passes aren't great.
I agree.
That's true, isn't it? Yeah, that's true. The only, as we said earlier, the only hope we have right now, West Brom are just as bad. Need to stay in touch and distance for as long as possible. Yeah, because am I right in saying West Brom are 3 points ahead of us, or is it more than that?
Yeah.
No, 2.
2 is what I saw, yeah.
So if we won today, we're out of the relegation zone.
Don't see us winning, no, do you?
No, not at all. But yeah, I don't know, Anil. It's like we've spoken in the past about halftime. We've spoken a lot this season about halftime team talks and kind of when we'd have a good first half and they'd go in and Matty would do his thing and then they'd come out and look terrible. I suppose our only hope now, Anil, is that he does fucking set off a firework up their arse and they come out a little bit more fired up. But I don't have hope
see
for
it
that,
though.
not with this squad.
He spoke to that team about 30 minutes in when Christensen went off. I don't really think anything changed, did it? It's not like we all of a sudden showed some urgency in getting into the game. I think the worrying thing, Locks, is the game's just passing us by, right? It's not even one of those where actually we have a nice spell, but then we just give one away and then, oh shit, but at least we were kind of going for it sort of thing. It's just, yeah, just absent-minded. It's like, we said this a lot about the team this season. We're just like a zombie club. It's like they're out there, they're ambling around, but nothing's happening. Nothing's going on upstairs.
Yeah, need 5 changes at half time. I've got some bad news for you, Roy. We've already made 1, so you can't get 5. Right? And we're definitely not seeing 4 or 3, so maybe 1, maybe 2. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if this was a Marty or an Andy King game, and at half time there were no subs, we would be absolutely slagging them off. So, are we going to slag Rowett off if he doesn't make a change at half time? Do you think he deserves slagging off if he doesn't make a change at half time?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I mean, he's only going to be the manager till the end of the season anyway, isn't he? The only way he possibly stays on longer than that is if he keeps us up. So slag away.
When is Lascelles back? I think Andy King said last week it was like 2 weeks. So probably going to miss the next 2 games because obviously both games are in the next 7 days. So he's probably going to miss both of them. So the game after that, he'll hopefully be back. I mean, I know Anil, obviously, he's kind of played 2 games. One of them, the first one he did pretty well. The second one he came off and was pretty shit, right? We conceded 3 goals against Southampton. However, I do think he walks straight back into this team, Anil.
He does, but I worried again that he's just going to be another person that can't play all the games. Like, remember the first game, he still came off after 60 minutes or something like that. So, I don't know. I just feel having 2 highly injury-prone players was not the smartest transfer business, but we got what we could, I suppose.
Yeah. I thought we pressed better after the injury break. I've slagged them off. I've slagged them enough this season. I can't be bothered to anymore. That's it, though, isn't it? And it's like apathy, man. There's a lot of people who aren't going to the games. There's a lot of people who just can't even bother to slag them off anymore because they're just numb, aren't they? I think
that's the worst thing, though. The fact that it's hard for anyone to just like get. I tell you what, though, just it completely kills the atmosphere, doesn't it? When you're down after 3 minutes, so you can't even have any sort of hope to like, oh, we could nick something or get something from the game. It's just, I think I saw one of your streams earlier this week with Gabe or Gab from like the EFL, just saying how it's basically just been the same shit for 2 years now, hasn't it? Just numbness.
Yeah. Will we ever see a different formation other than 4-2-3? As I said, mate, I think it's a weird one, isn't it? It's like we could have seen a back 3, a back 5, but it's we don't have any centre backs, do we? We don't have any centre backs.
As you said, when a few of them come back, maybe we'll see that. If one of either Vestergaard or Lascelles was available, maybe we would have seen it.
Yeah. We just got a problem with the stream. We'll bring it up in a second. We'll start the clocks when I'm in.
Okay, I can.
Yeah, maybe if you can
Get a reserve one.
Temporary one. I still keep going to the games. Stockholm Syndrome, I think it's called. It's all right. It's sorted now. It's all sorted. Okay, we are back underway. I'll start the timer in a second.
Did we make any changes?
I don't think so.
No. Slag away, lads.
No changes at half time. Crazy. Did you see that Sassuolo are interested in making that deal permanent?
Yeah.
But he's still not really playing that much.
I think they have a little bit. I mean, it's a good block from Skip. Fair play. The thing is, how much will he cost? If he only cost them 2 million or something like that, Italian clubs would be happy to do deals like that. Gary Cifuentes.
But like, if you remember, mate, it was Rude as well and Marty early on. They made subs at half time, like really early subs, and it kind of worked, and we were praising them for it. But then within weeks, that just kind of fell off, and they stopped doing it. But then that, to me, Anil, that shows that all right, they just stopped trusting the players on the bench. I mean, I don't know how you can trust anybody in this squad, to be honest.
That's the bigger problem, isn't it? It's just you just feel like you're just doing stuff for the sake of it.
Let's just hope he doesn't leave it till the 89th minute to do a sub. Yeah, he won't do that.
You don't know. Not much has changed so far. Staff Macassar on the ball.
There's just not much movement, is there? It's just the same as always, Anil. There's no movement.
Oh, that's a good ball from Ricky P. Oh, nice idea. Didn't come off. Yeah.
There's just no energy, man. I'm sorry, bro. No. I'm watching this. There is no energy from this team. It's so, I don't know what it is, man. It's just so slow and no one's running.
Lethargic FC.
Yeah, and Gary Rowett, it's going to be so interesting to see what Gary Rowett, because a non-negotiable for Rowett is running. And there's not much running in this team at all.
It's hard though to make a team running if they have, start running if they haven't done it all season. That's actually a real issue of the English game, is that no winter break means you haven't even got time to do something like that. Yeah. The only way you could really do it is take half the squad or something and say, okay, you guys are just doing fitness training for 3 weeks.
I don't think it would harm us. I really don't.
That's what I'm saying. That could be something to think about. It's just to the 5 or 6 games towards the end of the season, you actually have the energy to compete. Right, another DD on the ball. Fouled. Could be a yellow there.
That's what Jack said, didn't he? Jack Ward on Wednesday. He said that's why he kind of questions the timing of Gary Rowett coming into the club, because he hasn't got that time to build the fitness up or anything. This Ben Pearson guy looks like fucking 1965.
Pub footballer.
He looks like 1965 Paul McCartney. 1967 Paul McCartney. Fucking hell.
He looks a bit chubby as well, like he's had a pint at half time. Seagrave on CFC. Oh, that was a chance. Nelson heads it wide though. Yeah, that was a chance, you know. Yeah, the lack of manager bounce is really, really concerning. But you say, you see from the players, there's no real urgency to be like, oh, you know, got to impress the new guy. None at all. Oliver Skip drives forward. Better from him.
Steffi. Hit it.
That's good. Go on.
Mikasa.
Go on, Monga.
Monga.
It's a chance here. Oh, this is better. Got to say, that's a bit better. All of a sudden, getting on the ball a bit.
Get it!
Oh, it's in! Mikasa! Out of nowhere! Undeserved FC! 1-1. He's tried to cross it. No one's gone for it. And it's just gone in. You'll take it. Those of you who wanted that bit of luck, there you go. Gary Rowett. 5-year deal. Do you know what? The minute or two before that, we all of a sudden started to find our groove a little bit. Started with Ollie Skip picking up the ball and driving forward. Good from him. I'd like to see more of it.
So it's
Monga
Skip
to Mikasa. Look at that. Ollie Skip fakes out the goalkeeper. Playoffs, here we come, says Shane.
I mean, it's a great ball regardless, isn't it? It's a great ball regardless.
Well, that's why, you know, not dilly-dallying it and just putting it in the area, right?
Oh, nice touch there by Skip.
Yeah, all of a sudden, a bit of confidence in the team. Harry Winks getting on the... Oh, he's lost it. It's all right. Win it back, can he? Better. Uh-oh.
It goes down as a Monga assist, yeah. Somebody said, yeah. Oh, no. Fucking hell, I thought that was in.
I feel that was it. Should have been. We are getting away with it big time here. That should have been. And all came from just a needless giveaway from Harry Winks. Look at that. Luke Thomas gets completely done by the flight of the ball. Ball goes over the top of him. I think that's harsh to say that the guy should have definitely scored that. You're hitting that on the volley, but Premier League, that's in, isn't it?
Is this Fox's Hub? Because why did I just hear them say we should have scored there? The commentator just said we should have scored about Stoke. The fuck?
It's probably Stoke's.
But on Fox's Hub though, can you imagine paying for Fox's Hub and the commentator saying we should have scored about Stoke? Maybe it's not Fox's Hub. I'm pretty sure it is. But
No, I think you're right, Locks. It's got to be because it's not the traditional branding, is it? I thought it was just Championship branding, but
it is Fox's Hub. Luke says that's crazy.
Wow.
So it's Fox's Hub, but
Using the Stoke
can you
Street.
imagine? Wow, that's shocking. They brought on a big man. Enzonzi?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Are we 10 years ago? Yes, we are. Look at that. Luke's providing photographic proof that it is Fox's Hub. I love it.
Why am I seeing a 37-year-old Steven Enzonzi on the pitch in 2026? What is this madness? Well, you know he's going to score now.
That's Europa League winning Steven Nzonzi. I think that's what happened to him, didn't he? He went to Seville and he won some stuff under Emery.
He was a great player like 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah. In his prime, he was like one of the best midfielders outside of the top clubs, isn't he?
You need to bomb forward, Chaz. You need to bomb forward. No, this ain't going to cut it out, mate.
No, that's so frustrating. That's so frustrating from him, yeah.
What the fuck was that? You bozo.
Go on, play, do you that?
Fucking hell, man. Get Dijon on.
That's a shame because I think he started this half a lot better than he did the first half.
Just jogging forward like he's in a youth game, innit? That's what he's doing.
You know, it's funny that, Locks. You do actually see that sometimes with a lot of these, like, you know, prodigious talents, that the game is so easy for them that they don't have to do the rest of the stuff that the mere mortal players have to do, you know. They just said that on the commentary. I do agree with this. It does seem to be more energy about Leicester this half, though. And to be honest, you haven't seen much energy from Leicester all season. So, you know, maybe Rowett is getting some sort of a tune from the team. Oh man, this is another poor pass there from Winks.
Yeah, I agree with Keith. I would have, if I was right, I'd drag Monga off just for that alone.
Yeah. Yeah, probably be knackered after 75 minutes. That is a worry. And I will say that has been something we've seen with Leicester, which is why I think we have had a lot of poor second halves this season, is that you see when the team gets tired, just all fades away. The other team starts winning all the 50-50s and the pressure gets invited on. Case in point was that Southampton game.
If we got offered 20 million for Monga, would you take it?
Well, they're probably going to have to take it now, I'd expect.
Stick on a sell-on clause.
I think, like a lot of people right now, if you had to, you know, about you, Locks, who's the better prospect, Lewis Page or Jeremy Monga? From what there you go. That's what I would agree from what I've seen this season. That obviously could change, though. They're both still young. Corner Stoke.
Another corner for Stoke.
They got Sorba Thomas on a free, didn't they, Stoke?
I think they did, yeah. We were linked with him at one point.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good player, man. He's a good player.
Yeah. We are saying Page, not one person would have said that last season, yeah.
We didn't even know who he was last season, most of us. Jesus. Hearts in mouth moment. Is that another corner? Yeah. Oh, if two Stoke players collided with one another, we'll take that.
We should absolutely take 20 million of pure profit in our situation. We'll need it to meet the wage cap restrictions in League One next season.
Of course, that's why it will happen. Yeah.
Robert Huth coming on for Stoke soon. Yeah. Oh, apparently Fox's Hub were having technical difficulties, so they've started using Stoke's feed. Forget as well, obviously, Begovic is ex-Stoke as well, isn't he?
Is he? He's played for a lot of clubs, isn't he?
It was Stoke he scored that goal from, from one goal to the other. When that was Stoke.
Am I right in saying he won the FA Cup with Portsmouth, Begovic?
Ooh, I'm not sure on that. Maybe. I mean, he's been at a lot of clubs, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was at Chelsea, wasn't he, for a while?
Yeah.
Even.
Did I just hear Raksaki? Is Raksaki at Stoke? Come on.
Yes. Oh, I thought he lost it, but he's kept it. Go on. Well, give him some options, bro. We've kept it somehow.
Everything's so timid.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no real sort of intent in the attack, is there?
No.
But we are getting forward a lot more than we were in the first half.
David James apparently ill. FA Cup winning in Portsmouth.
Okay, yeah, he was at Portsmouth only for 11 games. In there, see Bournemouth, he was there for 100+ games. Been around the block, though, isn't he? A lot, Begovic.
Monga technically has no ceiling, but his on-pitch attitude needs work.
Yeah, agreed.
It's like on Football Manager when you've got a regen or a new gen and they look incredible, but their personality is fair weather. And it's like,
yeah.
well.
But you know what? People were saying that about Cherky, and he's been amazing this season, I think, since he's gone Man City.
Yeah.
Like, to me, he actually seems like he might technically be the best player in English football at the moment.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Yeah. He takes corners with both feet. That's crazy.
Andy King's giving advice to Gary Rowett. God help us. Just the man who masterminded
He four-goal capitulation, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a bit disappointed, though. We got the goal back, and we haven't really taken the momentum from that. Man, he does not fill you with confidence when you see a Coley, but he's done well there.
Mikassa's lightweight, isn't he?
You'd expect it, though. I mean, to be fair to him, what has he played now? 3 games, scored 2 goals. I think he's got an assist as well. I mean, putting up some numbers.
Has he not scored 3 goals? I might be wrong.
Scored in his first game for us with an assist. I don't think he scored in the cup game, did he? Or did he? And then scored today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 2 games, 2 goals. 3 games, 2 goals.
There's 60 minutes, though. Would like to see some changes here, Mr. Wright.
Well, if we ended up winning this game, you would say that's textbook Gary Rowett. Like, you won a game that you just thoroughly don't deserve to win.
Yeah, yeah. And we said that it's all about results right now. It's not about performances. To be fair, this half has felt more like a 50-50 game. The first half was just completely dominated by Stoke. But, here we go. Here is Joe Aribo. But 50-50 still means that you can, lose it. Yeah, Jeremy Mon got off and Joe Aribo won. He can play on the wing, I think.
Or it might be Mikasa going out wide, maybe. Aribo
That's the other
10.
thing that could be the case. He looks disappointed, Mongo, but he's had a bad day.
Yeah, he's out wide there, Aribo.
Surprised he didn't put Dewan Richards on then. So is he going to use him as a forward? Or is he not going to be used at all? Is he another loan signing that's just never going to get any games? The Leicester City special. Edouard 2.0. How's Julian Carranza doing since he's gone? I know he scored 1 goal. Has he scored any more?
He scored a penalty, didn't he?
Yeah, on his debut.
2 goals in 5 games.
Okay. I really think Aribo should go in the middle, personally, but...
Well, he might move there, like after the next sub. But there is only one more substitution window. So he's going to have to make 3.
Yeah. Just the reason I say that is you can just see that it's too easy for Stoke to just pop a ball from goal kick into midfield and they're going to win it.
And we play Middlesbrough. That's going to be a mauling, I think.
Yeah, it's at their ground as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I worry for that one.
Yeah, there you go.
Reba's already won a header.
Yeah. It's better from Leicester. Here we go. Oh, what a ball! Mavadini!
Got to score! Oh my God.
My God. Was he offside?
How on earth? Offside.
He was offside, so he gets away with it.
No excuse, Anil. No excuse.
No, he should have buried it or squared it. Either or. He's not done either. That sums him up this season, Steffi Mavadidi. Brilliant ball from Divine Makassa. Absolutely brilliant. He was off, though. He was off. Yeah.
Yeah, square into Daka, probably the better choice. So, yeah. Well, it's such a shit shot as well, man. I've just seen it from that other angle.
He's in some ways he's lucky he's offside, but he knows that's still going to affect his confidence. Simple ball over the top from Stoke. Is it going to stay in play? It is.
Makassa after Cassaday. What? Oh, Makassa's
seems
another Cassaday.
He seems much better than Cassaday, yeah. Oh, he's giving it away there, though. It'll be interesting to see with Makassa. I'm guessing next season, from what I've seen from him, he probably still needs another championship loan. But bring on Silko for Mavadidi.
I don't hate it, yeah. Oh, sorry, no, not for Mavadidi. I'd bring him on for the right, and then
shift the Rebo in.
Yeah,
so you keep Mavadidi on after that miss, even though it was offside.
He's better than Silko by far. So
yeah,
Mavadidi's doing a lot of running
of the two
today.
of them. Maybe Silko scored more goals than Mavadidi recently. No, you are right. His actual work rate has been pretty good today, Mavadidi. You'd have to say.
There's no reason why we shouldn't go and win this game, by the way, with how we're playing at the minute.
Yeah, we're on top right now. We need to make it count. Let's see. Mavadidi had a pop there and actually had a much better effort despite being 25 yards out.
I actually wouldn't take Winks off, no. I would take Skip off for move a Rebo inside and, yeah.
Winks has been pretty poor this half, to be honest, though. That was a good effort from Mavadidi, to be fair. Great effort. As you say, though, just having these long shots is...
desperation, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about desperation, but it's like, you don't expect them to go in, do you? You want to see more like... I mean, that if Mavadidi was onside there, that's what you want to see, or something that actually looks like a nice team move. Corner from Makassa. We're definitely putting it straight into the keeper. That seems like a tactic from Gary Rowett. All the corners are like trying to go right underneath the crossbar towards him, put him under pressure. Nothing's come from it that time, though. Yeah, so that seems to be the tactic. We're having someone stand in front of the keeper and then we're just trying to put it straight underneath them. It was Skip giving the keeper some. First time I've seen the halftime team talk work well. Well done, Rowett.
Yeah, you got to say.
We have looked much better.
I'll say Thomas ain't been bad either, to be fair.
No, he hasn't. Thomas on Thomas action here.
Don't get a red card.
They're both going to get booked for that, I would have thought.
What happened?
They just went in for a 50-50, and I think there was a bit of afters, just handbags at 7 paces, I'm guessing.
It's what you want to see, though. To be fair, the last few scuffles we've had, it's always come from Thomas. I'm not gonna lie. Thomas,
I mean, maybe they've told him that. Maybe they've told him that you're just getting bullied, and you need to actually, because it's a little bit like if you get a kid that's getting bullied at school, the best way is to fight back, right? You might get beaten up a little bit, but afterwards, I knew it. Yellow card for both.
It's probably not what we needed for Luke Thomas. To be fair,
that's the issue.
He just gave him a little push. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with that?
I don't think so either. But the thing is, though, Docs, is that maybe Mark Robbins has told them bully Luke Thomas.
He didn't do anything wrong, Luke Thomas. Fucking hell, what?
Yeah, he shouldn't have got booked for that. See, like, even the Stoke commentators are like, "What you on, lad?"
I think even the linesman's saying, like...
Okay, two
yeah, he
changes
didn't
for
do fuck all
Stoke
wrong.
coming up here. Manhuef's coming on, the tricky winger.
He's like a Shaqiri build, he is.
Yeah. He's quite good. He was linked to Leicester at one point.
Yeah, Rowett's not made another change yet, just because he's only got one window, right? I reckon he'll do it at 75, 80. I don't think he'll bring on all three. I think he'll bring on two, maybe, like De Jong and... I don't know, he might only make the one, you know.
As of right now, I think we are the better team. Not by a lot, but we are the better team. So might not want to break the momentum just yet.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. We are the better team, yeah.
Macassa's got into the game much better this half. Yeah, a few people have been talking about Okoli, and I agree. He's actually been quite good this half.
I'll be back in one sec, mate.
No worries. Yeah, how have Stoke managed to come into this half looking poor? That is a fair point. You're saying it's rather than us getting better, they've got worse, but you can only take advantage of who you're playing against. Yeah, Coley slow with the ball at his feet. He always looks unsure of himself on there. No, Dewan Richards is not on yet. Yes, I agree with you, Luke. Indeed, he is sorely missed. You see it all season. There isn't really a proper ball winner in the Leicester team. It means we can't really get our attack started, and because we don't do the high press. I mean, you know, it's funny because Enzo played Ndidi as an attacking midfielder rather than defensive, but he'd still win the challenges. Him and Dewsbury Hall worked so hard. So we don't really have anyone that's either works hard or capable of being physical enough to win the ball back.
Did I miss out?
Not much, no. The main conversation is that have we got better or have Stoke got worse?
I think we've got better. I do, yeah. I do think we've got better.
Casser on the ball again. Plays it over to Mavadidi. He's going to get there. Out for a throw.
I just think this game, like how big a win is, and I'm not even talking about the table. I'm just talking about the players kind of them believing in Rowett and that this is the right way to go for the rest of the season.
Mentality.
But if we lost this game with a late goal and nil,
oh yeah, it'd be devastating. Would be devastating. Well, I called 1-1 before the game. It's turned out so far. Let's see. The Thomas Long throw is back. They've actually been much better today. Macassa! Oh! I thought he'd scored. Wow. He's got techers, that boy, isn't he? Even you could hear the Leicester fans. They thought it was in as well. Great effort.
It's beautiful weird, isn't it? It's like...
Whoa, unlucky, lad.
It's quite mad, really, because I feel like saying he should have scored. You know what I mean? It was like he turned it out, you know, nothing into something. But
yeah,
I still feel like it was easier to score that with that connection he had. But
yeah, do you know what? You can see he's disappointed himself when you connect with it that well, especially on your left foot. You'd think you'd scored. You know, Locks is quickly becoming. Is he already our best player? Another loan signing.
Just imagine him,
Jordan
Jordan James.
Yeah.
I think James, Aribo, and Mikasa. That's what I'd want.
Could be good. Could be good. Yeah. He definitely looks very exciting, Mikasa. That's for sure. Be interesting to see what happens in his career, because obviously it's so hard to get into the Man City team.
But we are so. It's the momentum's ours here. The momentum is.
The game's
ours.
here for the taking. The game's here for the taking.
100%. Go on.
Aribo plays it into Ricky
Ricardo.
P. Plays out to all of a sudden.
Mikasa. Here we go.
Go Mavadidi, go on, Steffi.
Mavadidi. Shoot! Hit it! Mikasa! Winks!
Winks! Janssen! Harry Winks! They've gone mad. Winks falls over. Locks cannot believe it. It was coming. It was coming. The players, all of a sudden, it looks like a weight has lifted. Gary Rowett, give him the freedom of the city. Stoke cannot believe it. And do you know the interesting thing is, right, is that the way that we're playing, I kind of hope we don't take the foot off the gas. We're the team in the ascendancy here. The hilarious thing with that move, Locks, is as you were screaming, shoot, 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 we maybe could have got a goal twice in that move before we got it, but nice team move. And do you know what I like about that compared to the previous goal is that was like sustained pressure from the team. The attack had been building. What a great finish, though. Aribo has low-key changed the game. I agree with that. That physicality, as Luke has mentioned, great strike. Yeah, so he thought Mikasa could strike it, but unselfishly. And that's Mikasa, goal and assist. He's got to be mad at a match.
All hail Harry Winks.
To be fair, Locks, I think you've got to give Gary Rowett a lot of credit here. He's clearly got them coming out from the second half. This is the best we've looked coming out from half for a long time. The energy is there, playing well. He's made the right subs, you'd have to say. He hasn't made too many, but it's enough. But let's see, can we hold on?
Mikasa, 2 goals, 2 assists in 3 games.
That's incredible. Yeah, it's goal contribution better than every 90 minutes. Bend the knee, indeed.
You know what? Luke said the Mikasa signing was a flop.
Sacked.
On deadline day. That's
chat.
what he said. The day
Remove
after
him from
deadline
chat. Remove him from chat. Ban him from the group. Do you know what I'd say as well? I think
JJ Bench, behave.
I think we do have to say this. This was like the thing at the start of the season, even where I think, we were too arrogant and we stuck our nose up at the Chris Wilders and Sean Dyches. But you see, I think that's what you're going to get from someone like Gary Rowell, right? Like where we are in the club right now is those sort of more old-fashioned championship managers that just get you the basics are necessary. But this is huge, Locks. You've got to see this out. If we, if we, as you said, if we give away another goal, then that's poor. But if we can see out the win,
yes. And I was going to say, mate, obviously we know what the squad's like. That goal, the celebrations, the adrenaline. Don't now just assume the game's won, because that's what the team have done so many times. This could very, very, very easily finish 2-2 or even 3-2 to Stoke if we're not careful with their subs.
Saki's coming on here. I would be tempted to put on Richards now to have another outlet, another bit of pace in behind.
And you would imagine, you would hope a Gary Rowett team can see out a game. That's what I would say.
The thing I will say with him is that I think he's the sort of person that after a couple of games, he will probably make the team able to do that. Whether he can do it in game one is different. Nice. Yeah, I got to say, Mikasa and Mavadidi combinations, a little bit of a Dewsbury Hall Mavadidi throwback. Look at that. They're combining really well. Go on, Mavadidi.
Oh!
That was a bit unlucky from Mavadidi. Let's see that again. But that was a really good move. The interplay. The interplay between him and Mikasa, they're on the same wavelength. It's great to see. Look at this. They holds it up. Through the legs as well. To be honest, he should score, actually. He has got to score. He has got to score. He's just got to put it. Oh, mate. has got to score. That's 2 that he's missed his first one and he's missed his second one.
Go for the jugular, though.
Yeah. But look, I would still say you're looking at the connections and I'm seeing between Divine Makassa and Steffi Mavididi. This is a team that, look, even 45 minutes ago, what were we all saying? Devoid of life. You didn't see this happening. All of a sudden, there are signs of life. Yeah. Vibing. They are vibing. Yeah, now with Macassar, I said I felt he'd be on the loan in the Championship again next season. Now I'm not so sure. He's playing very well.
He could be on loan in the Premier League, couldn't he?
The Premier League, that's what I'm thinking. Give him the step up or another European club or something.
But if I'm not mistaken, I think Man City don't tend to loan players to the Premier League now.
That's what I'm saying. They'd probably send him to like Girona or something like that. But mate, he just got to put it on target there. That's all he's got to do. He puts it on target and that's a goal.
He always goes for them like low shots along the floor.
Yeah.
But
do you know the weird thing is, Logs, though, is that like normally they're the easy ones to finish, right? Because you're just going for placement rather than power. So that's why that's even worse. Because if you are going for placement, you got to place it on target, right? Normally, if you place it, but the keeper gets to it, like what he did in the previous one, that's what can happen with it. So,
did you see that Divine Mukasa touch map then?
Yeah, that's brilliant. But and that's what I'm saying, because again, that's the difference between him and Bobby Reid. Bobby Reid does score and get assists, but he does not get involved in the game. But like I'm saying, Mukasa, genuinely, the way that he's played in today's game, it reminds me a lot of Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. That was the same with Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. His touch map would look like a rash. He was just
mate. I think Joe Aribo just went down off the ball holding his knee.
No, he's there, number 18 there, isn't he?
No, he's not.
He is.
He's not.
Oh.
Mate, I think that was really bad. Daka.
It's Daka, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I was going to say...
I don't mean to sound horrible, but thank God.
I think Daka's been quite good in today's game. I think even in that goal, he got involved there.
It's going to be a corner.
Yeah, it does look like he's going to have to go. Well, bring Richards on. Yeah, Ricardo was skinned then, and that's the thing is they've moved Sorba Thomas out to that left-hand side. That's something we're going to have to watch out for. He's their best player. He's been their best player this game.
Mate, he looks in really, 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 really bad pain.
Yeah, he's just probably...
He is holding his Achilles.
Yeah, raked a little bit. Did look painful. Yeah, he tried to win the ball back. I think he also might have had bad contact on landing.
Lorenz Hutchinson, is he going to come into the squad now? They might have to.
Yeah.
Or a Cherry, Kirsten Cherry, one of them two. He looks in bad
Or is he just showing the dark arts? Has Gary Rowett coached the dark arts into Leicester? Embraced the Haramble. Was it studs up? I'm not sure I saw that, Ryan, but... All right, corner here.
Corner here.
Done all right. Were any other clubs linked with Makassa, do you know?
I don't know.
I mean, you got to say that's a great pickup. When we were doing the transfer window, season-defining, we said that it was possible. Most people were saying Lascelles would be the season-defining one, but so far, you've got to say he's been fantastic.
All I can see is that 10 months ago, so in the summer, Bayern and Ajax were scouting Mukasa.
Yeah, they'll be watching the under... they play each other, don't they? And there's like on the same days of Champions League, what happens is normally the two youth teams also play against one another. so you can see who like the top talents in European football are coming up. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those where like you don't want to block the pathway to certain players. But I mean, you know, that guy's just got it. He's just levels ahead. Obviously, he's older, but he's levels ahead of Page and Monga right now.
Is Daka back on?
Yeah, that's how people were saying. Was it the dark arts?
Could well have been.
Yeah. Well, that is smart, just to try and kill any momentum. Because, you know, the thing for Stoke is that they could be a team that's like already on the beach, right? They're no real problem going down. They can't get to the playoffs, so they won't really care.
Five minutes left, people, of the first half. The second half, and then added time. There'll probably be three or 4 minutes of added time, to be honest.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Still no subs, though.
That is surprising. But to be fair, Locks, you've got to say that, you know, we even said it around the 60th minute that we were in the ascendancy at that point. We've scored the goal. And right now, do we look tired? I don't think so. Do you know what I'm really glad at, Locks? Since we took the lead, I still think we look the most likely to score again. And that was, I don't think that ever happened under Cifuentes. Yeah.
And under Marty, mate, you know what we would have done? We would have brought on a centre-back.
Yeah.
We would have brought on another centre-back or another defender. We would have gone negative to try and see out the game. Whereas Gary Rowett's clearly saying, well, no, why? Why would we go negative? Yeah. Just keep playing as we are.
We're controlling the game, exactly.
Exactly.
Keep the foot on the gas. Just a shame Avadidi didn't put that chance away. That would have been game over. But look at this. Look, we're still high up the field, playing with the ball, keeping it.
Dare I suggest as well, look at Aribo's physicality. This is what you want.
Yeah. I mean, he's been a great sub since he's come on. It's like he hasn't maybe directly affected the game, but indirectly, he's made a huge difference. Gives you another outlet down that side.
Dare I say, Anil, the players being on the pitch for longer rather than being subbed off does actually improve their fitness.
Well, yeah.
Well, the endurance, right? They're having to endure more.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I mean, you can also get tired doing that as well. But it's But look, I would say this as well. There doesn't seem to be, don't want to do famous last words, but it doesn't appear to be a nervous energy. I got to say, if I was a Stoke supporter, I'd be very concerned with what I'm seeing here, though. Like, you know, they should have comfortably have won this game, to be honest with you, based on the first half. And it just feels like they just didn't come out from the second half at all.
We just have to see it out. We just have to see it out.
Yeah, I was going to say that Aribo, the big thing of Aribo is just we're not losing the ball down that right wing anymore, whereas that was the problem in the first half, is it just wasn't an outlet at all. Raksaki on the ball. No, that was...
For fuck's sake, man! Poor.
No.
Fuck off.
That was too simple. Too simple. They're complaining for offside. It might have been, but they can't...
They're fucking useless, man.
Wilmot again, the same mistake, and again targeted the left back. Out of nowhere, that goal as well.
Just incomplete control, and you go and do that.
Another late goal, another cross.
Two goals for Wilmot.
No, he's not offside. Yeah, Luke Thomas again. What's the weak link in the team? It's that left back position. Problem is obviously we've had to sub someone on in this game. That is just too easy, and that is so depressing. Now we just got to make sure we don't lose Locks.
Exactly, because now the momentum's changed.
Yeah.
The momentum's completely turned, and now they'll be going for the win.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if we lost. Now do you make changes? I don't know. 6 minutes at a time, apparently, Anil.
Wow, really? I would. Wow, I don't know. I think Roat will see out the 2-2. I don't know. I'd be tempted to try and go for the win, but we'll have to see.
Back in the relegation zone.
That's so unfortunate as well. If Mavadidi tucks his chance away. Luke Thomas, man, what a dickhead. And I think he will be starting for the rest of the season unless they try and put Luca on there. Yeah, look, the left back was the issue for both goals, and it was two different left backs. Huge problem. Staying in the window, get Harry Amas in, get anyone in. Bring back Woyo Koulibaly. Out for a corner. And now you can.
They're going to win, mate. They're going to win, mate. It's going to happen.
All of a sudden, we look like we can complete control. It actually looked like we were cruising. And now we just look like we shut the bed again.
I can't believe we're going to lose this game, man. Draw this game.
Conceding so many goals again is frustrating. Aribo and the ball gone into Mikasa. Shoot, lads. What are we doing? Trying to score the perfect goal there. There was definitely a shooting opportunity. Could there be late drama again? No. The bot.
Dragged wide. Somebody said, we're sweating like a prince in a Land Rover.
Mate, how crazy was that this week? I couldn't believe that happened. Incredible. I suspect the Queen used taxpayer money to pay off that Virginia Giuffre. That's probably what they're trying to hide.
3 minutes to go.
Yeah.
But like, is there enough positives for you?
Yes. Yeah. I hope we don't lose this, but as it stands, I've been pretty impressed with Gary Rowett. I think he's done quite well there. And if you think about it, like, you know, that late goal is really annoying, but it's a left back that's come on. You know, it's a known problem. That's something we got to sort out, though, because that's going to be an issue. Every team will target it. Oh, it's so frustrating. Because the thing is, you can see why this team, Stoke, are struggling, right? You know, a lot of injuries. They themselves were saying they didn't really have many goal scorers on the pitch to start the game, and yet they've still found minimum 2. That vaping sums it up. Longest drag of your life.
Yeah. Sorry, I normally mute my mic for that.
Don't worry.
Yeah, it's... I mean, the commentator just said it. The body language compared to 10 minutes ago.
Goals change games. It's simple as that.
2 minutes left. If you don't score, they will score against you. Yep, that's what happened.
Pretty much.
Still
I
going
think
down if
obviously-
we continue to draw games from winning positions. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And the bigger worry
Go
is
on.
just more. Go on. Go on. Oh, I can't believe it! Joe Aribo.
No.
How has he missed?
No. The last 30 seconds of the game.
He should have scored that.
Great
Once
save
again,
as well, though.
It was a great save, but that should have been. That's even worse than Mavropanos. Oh my god. That's incredible.
That's-
Mikasa, again, it all comes from his great work. Daka leaves it smart, and Howes, put your foot through it, Joe.
He didn't expect it, did he?
No, he
expect
didn't.
it.
He didn't. So he just tries to get it on target. If he'd got it in the corner, Luke Thomas
Long throw.
Can he? Nelson!
Oh! Crossbar!
Oh
my god.
Robert's even got the Luke Thomas long throw working. What the hell is going on here? Turn, go on. There's still time. Mikasa?
God, no!
Oh
what?
my god, Luke
We
Thomas!
just hit the post! What? Are you joking me?
And that's it. I think that's over.
Are you joking me?
That's it. It's over.
Full time.
Yeah, should have won that. But you know what, Locks? I personally, if you offered us the draw at the start of the game, I probably would have taken it. And I think there's a lot of positives to take from that game. That's probably the best we've been in quite a while, that second half. It's frustrating that, it was just that just sums up Luke Thomas. A, gives the goal away, and B, misses an easy header. Yeah, looked like a knob, man. No, I don't want to see him in the team ever again. Mikasa again, he almost got his second assist. Look at that, Thomas. He just has to hit the target. All he has to do is hit the target.
I'm not blaming him. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not.
No, I'm sorry,
I know he should
I
score.
am. He's given away the goal and he's missed the goal. I'm sorry. What more do you want? That's.
I'm not angry with him. I'm genuinely not angry with Thomas. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I get what you're saying, but I know I get what you're saying, but.
Yeah,
but having a word with the ref there.
Yeah, probably because he might feel about that's the goal, but I think when you look back at it, it's not a problem. I know that to me though looks like a team that actually has got some life in it that can fight. If you keep doing that, because it's hard to turn it around immediately. If you showed that amount of fight in every game, we still need to clear up the mistakes, but we'd have a real chance. But we should have won that game. But if you look at the stats for the game overall, I still think Stoke have ended up with like the higher XG and everything like that. So ultimately, maybe you've got to say that on the balance of play, the 2-2 is a fair result. Because look at that first half, right? We probably should have been 2 or 3 down in that first half. Great. Yeah, seems like a mentality shift already, though. Winks celebrating like mad, and they're all devastated at the end, like they actually care. Totally agree. I totally agree. We've just got to finish above 3 teams this season, right? For 3 days, that's quite impressive. That is more what you'd expect from a new manager bound. Look at that. I think the fans are actually giving them some applause for once.
Winks ain't, is he? Is Winks there, guys? Anybody know? Is Winks clapping the fans?
Yeah, he probably is this time. Yeah, he probably is this time round. Because for me, Locks, like, that's all I really want to see from a team, right? Is you just want to see them fight and try their best. They have there. It's unlucky. Got to clean up the mistakes. But the fact that look at that, we did concede the second, but we almost and should have won the game at the end there. That lad, Divine Mikasa, wow. Some player he is. Yeah, all the fans want to see is players giving the shit. 100%. That's the non-negotiable. And if you do that, and you give it your all, even if you get relegated, for me, that's all you can really ask for. and I do you know what, Locks? I cannot even remember the last time I saw that much fight from a Leicester team. Honestly, when's the last time you saw that much of a shit being given? Not for a long time.
Yeah. Don't know how
comment there from Richard about Nelson that fault for the second. I sort of see what you're saying. I need to look back at them because he didn't. At first was definitely criticism, but there's like a weakness. The weakness between Nelson and whoever his left back is. There's like too much space, and there seems to be indecision as to who's supposed to deal with it. As you say, the keeper maybe could deal with it, but you just look at it and it's such a tame goal to give away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start a quick poll.
Go on. What, Gary Rowett in or out?
No. Where are we? It's 21st.
Will we survive? I think the thing is that it comes down to, when you have a new manager bounce, how long can you sustain it for, right? Like, say even when Ruud came in, we beat West Ham, we got a draw from Brighton, and it was all downhill after that. So it depends on, can we keep that kind of spirit and fight? Kuno, his long throws had improved a lot in that game. Maybe he just got lucky, but we almost scored off the flicked off header there. We've never really seen that at all before. It looked like he got more elevation in this game than he had in previous ones. I still feel they're slow though, so I still don't really think it's that threatening.
So I just put in a short match ratings link. So click the match ratings link in the chat. It's down below. Click that link and do the match ratings. There it is.
Might have a go myself.
Yes. Do it. Actually, Anil. Give me a sec before you do that.
Yeah.
Let me just.
Yeah, our season depends on if Gary Rowett can break through the mentality the players have had for so long now. Not optimistic, but we saw more today than in a long time. Oh, what a great comment. I would agree with you.
Actually, yeah, Neil, you can use that link as well. Again, for some reason, Begovic's name comes up as Steve Potts. No idea why, but yeah. We do the match ratings sometimes. So yeah, click the link in the chat. I'm going to post it one more time. Click that link and submit your match ratings, please. I'm going to fill mine in now as well. Here we go.
Man, it's going to be one of the games where both the left backs get appalling ratings, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what is your overall thoughts having seen that the first 90 minutes under Gary Rowett even?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, mate. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about that game. I think, look, the first half was abysmal for me. It was,
yeah.
It was so bad. But then obviously, we were saying just before half time, will he be able to get, put a rocket up their arse? That's what we were saying.
Yeah, he did.
And it looked like he did. Yeah, exactly. Because he didn't make any changes at halftime. He made the Victor Christensen change in the first half, but there was no fresh faces straight off the bat in the second half. So it's quite clear that he did get a rocket up their arse, and fair play. I mean, I asked you straight away, Anil, have you seen enough there to suggest we might stay up? You said yes. I am still not sold on it, to be honest. Yeah. But if the next game on Tuesday, and I mean, look, I don't think any of us would be surprised if we lose that. Exactly.
Yeah, tough one.
If we win that game, or if we even get a point from it, but more importantly, the performance. If it's similar, and the fight is there and the energy's there in that second half, in the game like it was in the second half today, then yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy, and I think we could stay up. But again, we talk about performances, Anil. Is it like when we talk about performances, we're running out of games, so performances don't really matter anymore. The points do, the results do. Look, we've put an end to a 5-game losing streak?
Yeah.
4-game losing streak?
We were losing at half time, remember, as well. So we've come back into it and took the lead long time. So looking at the table, we're still 2 points behind West Brom. So that's unfortunate, because 3 points would be out of the bottom zone.
And mentally that does a lot.
Of course it would. That would be the huge thing. But I do think we made progress today. Still, touch and go. You've got to say between now and the end of the season. But I think there was a lot of positive to take from that game. We didn't have Fatawi playing today. We didn't have Jordan James playing today. We didn't have Lascelles playing today. Get some of these players back into the team. You know, that you got to say, Divine Makassa is divine intervention. He looks absolutely incredible. It looks like a sort of player that could keep you up by himself. He's just getting better every game. Stefan Mavadini, that's disappointing. It'll be interesting to see what you give him for his rating, because it's like, other than score the goal, I think he was pretty good, but he didn't score the goal, and he scores that goal and we win that game 3-1. So it's difficult to sort of say. It's the defense, Locks. The defense is the issue. We sorted out the defense. You know, we probably will get up there. Looking at the table, we've conceded 4 more goals even than West Brom, man. That's criminal. In fact, this is incredible. We've conceded more goals than Oxford, 7 more goals than Oxford. It's insane.
Yeah, I've just realised. Let me try something. Let me try and press this button.
Barrow, you're completely right. Can we talk about the continuous amount of goals being conceded from crosses into the box? It's just pathetic. Here we go.
So there you go. Last chance. You can scan the QR code now, apparently.
Look at this guy.
So if you, I didn't know that was a thing until
I'm
just now.
sacked.
So there we go.
My basic Google Forms in the bin. Oh my god.
Canva sacked. No.
Yeah.
That was the same 2-half Leicester team we've seen all season that can't defend set pieces. I mean, the second half performance, I don't think was the same. I think we were very good in the second half. Like that's one of the best halves we've had, despite still conceding and dropping points.
Yeah. How good would it have felt if we'd have got the winner as well? It would be totally different if we'd have got it.
Exactly. And just actually, no, we'll talk about. I was going to ask you about Aribo, but we'll talk about that when we get to his rating. Right. Let me click on the poll. Okay. Did that work?
I don't see it on screen yet.
Oh my god! I think I might have just deleted it. No. What?
No, I have it here.
What, the results?
I can share this. Oh, the results.
It should match. Give me the.
I've got the match. I'll post it in private.
How bizarre! How bizarre! Let's have a look. Sorry, guys. Bear with us.
Luke Thomas-esque moment here from Locks here at the back post. All he had to do was head it clear, and he's.
Yeah, no, I see that. I know. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can just bring it up on screen a second. Okay.
Maybe just change the layout and just go a bit old school.
I might have to go old school. Yeah, we're gonna have to go old school. Okay. Let's bring up the match ratings. Let me go to that, and we will share it.
How did Steve Potts do?
Okay.
Lots of a square pass across his own 6-yard line.
Yeah, literally. Okay, here are the match ratings. Steve Potts, again, we have no idea why it says that. I'm trying to get it fixed. So, Asmir Begovic. So the average rate, so this is the score we're looking at over here. Average rating, 5.76. I suppose in he conceded 2 goals. They were tough kind of finishes for him to deal with. But yeah, do you think that's fair?
To be fair, I gave him a 6. I think what you guys are probably saying is that he didn't come for both those crosses maybe to help out, because both the goals we conceded were the same goal if you think about it. For me, though, he made an absolutely outrageous save in the first half where they should have scored, but his save of that deflection from Ricardo stops it and basically gets us a point, in my opinion. So for me, I gave him a 6 because of that. But look, we all know it. The fact that all teams know, target the ball into the left back position on the cross, and you've got a great opportunity to score against Leicester, regardless of who's playing there. How do you sort it? Yes, you could get a better left back, but the other people that are at play there are Ben Nelson and Asmir Begovic, or Steve Potts in this case. So I do understand the concern. Let me ask you though. I mean, with him there, do you think he was? If Stolarczyk was there, do you think we'd do any better?
No,
the same.
I trust Begovic more. I know he's not been great himself, but I trust Begovic more. So yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Begovic is capable of kicking it long and actually keeping it within the fucking width of the pitch, whereas Jakob isn't. Yeah. Moving on then, Ricardo. So Ricardo's received an average rating of 5.45. Wow. Now I gave him a 6 on mine, Anil. I don't think he was bad.
Is that recency bias though? Just because at the end Thomas has got that cross in to target our Sorba Thomas, because I think Ricardo was quite good in this game, taking the ball forward and getting joining the attack. I think he was okay defensively, but that's the one time maybe where was he at fault? Perhaps.
What did you give him more than a 6?
I think I gave him I have to look. Maybe I gave him a 6.5. I mean, I'm not going to say he was incredible, but he was. To be fair, he did make some bad challenges in the first half, but he got away with them. Yeah, so the Ryan gave him a 6 as well. Not spectacular. He almost scored that fantastic shot. I don't know. I think compared to the other defenders, I think he was not saying much, but among the better ones.
Yeah. Okay, moving on then. We've got Caleb Okoli. Now, I gave Caleb a 6 because I think his second half dramatically improved. I was kind of giving him a 4 probably for the first half. The performance, it was much improved, Anil. And now I stand by what it sounds stupid. I said in the first half, has our defensive structure or organization improved? And when I say that, I'm talking more about the shape, about the line.
Yeah, we played the offside trap. We tried to play the offside trap today. 100%.
Well, I think it did improve, and I think the problem here was our left back again for both goals. It was Victor for the first goal. It was Luke Thomas for the second goal. So I do think the back line in 3 days has improved slightly. I think Okoli was much better today. So I gave him a 6. Were you around the similar?
I gave him a 6 as well. Yeah, I gave him a 6 as well.
All right. Moving on,
good
Nelson.
Comment there. Okoli is okay when he doesn't have the pass. That was noticeable today. He did less trying to pass it out from the back.
Yeah. We can see here, Ben Nelson got a 4.6. I gave him a 5, but I could have given him a 4. I don't think he was too good today, was he?
No, I gave him a 5 as well. Yeah, I mean, he was lucky to get... He could have given away a goal very early on. Like I say, he doesn't seem to be able to help out the left-back position too much. I think the issue with him is he's not really a commanding centre-back, which is an issue. And yeah, I think that's a fair rating.
Someone's mentioned about Callum Davidson. I mean, I'm sure he'll try to improve the defence as well, along with Rowett. Two defenders right in charge of the club. The biggest issue is breaking striker like Ruud van Nistelrooy. Yeah,
well, I mean, the biggest issue is surely they're both gonna have to figure out that neither of those left backs are the answer. We're gonna have to come up with a solution somehow. It ain't that. Perhaps, Luka's perhaps, possible.
Yeah. Okay, Victor Christiansen got a 3.5. I gave him a 3. I think he was at fault. Yeah. Well, partly at fault for the first goal. Went off early. So yeah, he
was poor, wasn't he? It's how disappointing.
39 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you can see here, like a 55% pass rate as well.
That's always been an issue with him. I mean, I will say there's a few times where Mavididi didn't play the ball to him that could have led to something better. But at the end of the day, that's very poor from him. It's the classic Victor Christiansen performance, unfortunately. And as you say, it really feels... I mean, it looks like he's probably out for the season now. I mean, is anything going to be missed? Don't know.
No, he won't be. Okay. Over to Harry Winks. Wow, he got a 6.5. I gave him a 7, Anil. Because
really?
Yeah, I gave Harry Winks a 7. Yeah,
I gave him a 6.5. Go on, will you listen to your explanation?
Well, I gave him a 7 because he scored a goal first of all.
Yeah.
So he obviously that improves him. I think without the goal, he was about a 5.5, 6 without the goal.
Exactly.
Add the goal, for me, it has to be a 7. But the viewers have said 6.5.
Well, no, for that reason, I gave him a 6.5 for exactly what you say there. You can see there, look, he's got like the 90% passing accuracy or close to it. I think he did better as the game progressed. He was starting to control the tempo a little bit more, him and Skip. But overall, I've got to say, I was disappointed with the two of them because, like I said to you at the start of the game, I was expecting if you got Harry Winks and Ollie Skip in the team, you should be able to control the game. Now, we did have more possession, but only really in the latter stage of that game did it feel like, and this is still, for me, the most overwhelming positive. I wouldn't have expected this from Gary Rowett team, but we actually did I felt, control the game, and we look like the ones that are creating more and more chances. So he's better for that. But I want to see better from him. It was a good goal, but with Winks, you're not really expecting the goals. You want to see the control of the game, and I don't think we had that enough. So for me, I gave him a 6.5. But the room from he's going the right direction. That's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, Skip got a 5.75.
I was going to say, if Mukasa
I gave him a 5-0.
Same. I think he was lucky to stay on the pitch for as long as he did, to be honest with you. And that's the position I'd be looking at going forward. It's a shame whenever he plays with Harry Winks, it just doesn't get the best out of him. Whereas with Jordan James, he played pretty well. I just feel like when he plays, it's like having a passenger in the team. So that's not good. And I will say in the second half, I think he did start improving a lot and was also getting carried into the play. But he just, like before when I was saying, look at that. 0 tackles from Ollie Skip, right? No total shot. I don't know about how many key passes, but I bet he didn't try too many either. It just seems like he's a bit passive. So that's a shame. There's something that we need to either solve. Either he's in the team or he gets pulled out and you bring on a Rebo and put him in there, which is probably what I would suggest. So I was a bit disappointed with Skip today.
Yeah. Okay, over to what? Oh, Monga. Sorry, I thought it said Mukasa. Sorry, Monga 4. I gave him a 4 as well. I thought he was pretty poor in nil. And that one moment when he started just jogging with the ball on an attack, and then he just turned around and went backwards. I was furious with that. I mean, I think a 4 is fair, but yeah, what are your thoughts?
I think the most important substitution in this game was Joe Aribo for Jeremy Monga, which at the time looked a bit crazy, to be honest with you, but it absolutely changed the game. So he's definitely not going to be starting the next game, Jeremy Monga, and that was disappointing. As you say, losing the ball, that's going to happen as a winger, but that lack of work rate, that's a really bad sign for someone who's so young. You could even say 4 is generous, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you can see...
very lucky to get an assist.
Yeah, well, he had 100% pass rate, but yeah, he did get an assist, but yeah, that was, like you said, it was very fortunate. Okay, now we go to Mukasa. I actually gave Mukasa a 9 today.
Same.
I went high, and a lot of people gave him a 9. It looks like obviously some would have gone for a 7 or an 8, but he was probably the best player on the pitch now.
He was unbelievable. What a signing. I mean, he looked promising in the previous games, but this game was something else. And you know what I think it was? I think in the previous games, you could tell he wasn't quite match fit. This game, look at that touch map at the end. Like I say, that was prime Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, like a rash. It was absolutely everywhere. The goal was a bit fortunate, but you don't have a goal, you don't score. He almost scored an absolutely outrageous volley. He puts in that cross for Luke Thomas, who should have scored at the end. For me, the way he was combining with Steffi Mavididi was brilliant. I think he actually improved Steffi Mavididi. That's why I mentioned the Dewsbury Hall thing, like those two interlinking. That looked like a real connection. As Luke said earlier, they were vibing. Wow, really good. You can see why he wears a number 10 for Man City. And you know what, Locks? We needed one of these signings from the loans to come off big time. I don't think I don't even think it's too early. He looks like JJ style impact. You said it yourself. He now has 4 goal contributions from 3 games, and he should have had 5 if some other people in the team did their job. Great player. Long may it continue. Whoever managed to get him, that's what I asked about who else was linked to him, because this was a huge one. It might actually save our season. Fantastic.
Yeah. Steffi Mavididi got a 6. I would probably agree with that, mate. I think he had a couple of shots which he definitely should have put away. One of them was offside, to be fair, but the last one he should have put away, I think. But overall, I thought his work rate was really strong. I mean, you can see there it says 2 tackles. I thought it was more than that. I think it was more than 2 tackles, to be honest with you. He gave the ball away a couple of times, but that's what Mavididi does. But he did win it back as well. So a 6 for me, Anil.
Let me ask you, if he'd have scored that goal and it finishes 3-1, what rating would you give him?
Probably a 7.5.
Only a 7.5? Okay, I would have given him even more than that. I think I gave him an 8. Yeah, I think I gave him a 6.5. I think his score comes down because he didn't score, and that was a pretty easy chance, I think, for a winger. But I think if you take that away, I was actually pretty impressed by Mavididi, and I think that was one of his better performances for a long time. I think the work rate was good. I think his link up with Mukasa was good the whole game. He was getting involved. He did do a few bot things, as he said, throughout the game. But I think if he plays like that, he's got to get his finishing boots on. We need him, man. We need him. Like, how many goals has he scored this season? Like, only 2 or 3? It's so massively down. That's a huge drop off from him. I think he was decent. He was definitely responsible in making us look more dangerous, but he just couldn't find the finishing touch.
Yeah. Patson Daka, he got a 5.5. I actually gave Patson a 6.
I gave him 6.5.
Yeah, I thought Patson Daka was good. Obviously, we know what Daka is not good at, and we know what he's kind of good at. I'm not sure there's anything he's great at. Running, closing down. You got the press. I think he did have a couple of really good touches as well in this game. I think he held the ball up pretty well, which is unlike Daka.
Yeah.
He worked his arse off like he always does. Yeah, a 6 for me, 6.5 for you. Anything to add to Daka?
Yeah, just as you mentioned there, look at that Winks goal. The ball comes into him. He plays the touch off to Makasa, and then Makasa plays it back to Winks, who scores. So he did very well with that. And then look, he left the ball there for Joe Aribo, who probably should have scored. So it's true. Well, what I would say is, how many shots did Patson Daka even have a goal? We didn't get
0.
serve it.
1, sorry,
Exactly.
1.
There you go. And so I think, given the lack of service, he was still a net positive for the team, and he did the work rate to help us get up the pitch and score some goals. So I think he was decent, but it's definitely a conundrum. Can we get more out of our striker by providing them with more service?
Yeah. On to the subs then. Joe Aribo in there, he got a 6.1. I gave Joe Aribo a 6.5, which is pretty good, seeing as we only played 27 minutes. I think instantly he improved us. You could see the physicality with him on the pitch. I kind of understand why he came on as a right winger. I kind of understand what Rout was doing there. Especially kind of playing out wide, because Monga was, pretty poor, as we say. He wasn't holding the ball very well. Obviously, Aribo was able to do that. But for me, Anil, this guy has to start in midfield over Skip next game.
I would agree with that, but I've got a feeling that if Fatau is still out, he won't do that, and he'll just keep him on the right-hand side instead of Jeremy Monga. I think you've got to give Gary Rowett a lot of credit. That was a fantastic sub. I don't think anyone would have seen that coming, and I think it changed the game. If he'd have scored the winner, what rating would you have given? I think he might have ended up with an 8. I do think, to be fair, a few people mentioned it in chat, which is fair, that him and Ricardo did seem to struggle a little bit on the right-hand side in terms of who is defending who, which I think is understandable because Joe Aribo is not really a winger. He was just kind of doing a job. But the job he did, I think, was really good. So you know what? When we signed him, he was one of those that was like, what are we doing? Why are we signing Joe Aribo? This is a guy who's just going to walk around and amble about and do nothing. And he's been the opposite of that, I think. I think the games that he's been in, I think he improves the team when he's on the pitch. I'm not saying he's he's definitely not anywhere near Makasa's level, but I've been surprisingly impressed with him. And I think the physicality is absolutely huge. So I agree with you, Locks. I think it would be a clever idea to get him in midfield, but I suspect, because the next game's on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Or Wednesday. So I don't see Fatau.
Half an hour. Oh, sorry, Fatau. Sorry. Yeah.
So Fatau isn't going to start. I just think you've got to start Aribo over Monga, because Monga was just, it's against Borough as well. I don't think you're going to have someone walking around like Monga against them.
Yeah. And then the final sub was Luke Thomas. He got a 3.8. I actually gave Luke Thomas a 5. Now I think you're all being incredibly harsh personally.
Yeah.
You know me, I hate Luke Thomas as much as any of you. I think 3 is very harsh. Look, he wasn't great. He never is great. He never will be great, but I think maybe 5's a bit generous, actually. I just remembered the last goal. I'll give him a 4.
Take a look back at that second goal. He's in no man's land, and the ball goes over for him. And it's not like that's the first time that's happened. It happens week in, week out. And do you know what's so frustrating, Locks, is you were watching the game and we were just like waxing lyrical. Like, look how good the team looks. We look in control. We look like we're the ones more likely to score the third goal, not Stoke. This is so impressive. And just one bozo moment. Of course, letting the cross come in the first place is also a bit of an issue. But for me, I mean, you guys say harsh, but basically because of that error, we've missed out on the 3 points. And you could say we've missed out on the 3 points twice because of Luke Thomas, because he misses that point blank header at the end of the game as well. So
I still think it's
okay. Let's take the header out and say, okay, that we can forgive that. He still made.
I give him a 5 without the header. a 4 with it. I'm knocking off a point for the missed chance, but
I think if you look at Victor Christensen and Luke Thomas, it's like that office meme. They're the same picture, and that picture is a picture of steaming cack of a fox doing a big massive poop on the pitch.
yeah, I don't know. I thought I do believe he was. I do believe he was okay, but as we say, it just that one moment. That's all it takes, right? That one goal, and it just ruins the whole game.
If you go on Fox's Talk, the one player thread that's the hottest is Luke Thomas, and let me tell you, it is not going to be positive, is it?
Well, those guys on Fox Talk were slagging off Badia Luco, so they don't fucking know shit. But yeah, well, there we go. What we'll say, Neil, because we haven't got it yet. We'll get it added for next time. But manager, what are you saying? People in the chat, give me your Gary Rowett rating for the game. I'm going to say a 0. I'm going to give Gary Rowett a 7 today.
Man,
and the reason for that, well, I think he made a couple of positive changes to the starting 11, although a couple of them probably forced, but still. And I think he's clearly got some out of them at half time, like very much so. It was evident that he got some out of them at half time. The substitution to bring on a Rebo, we were thinking like at first, like, oh, that's interesting, like bringing him on as a winger, but it worked. It definitely worked. And yeah, I think, when it was 1-1, I think it was actually probably the smart thing that he never made a sub again after, because he was given, we had the momentum, we were clicking, so why make the change? I would probably mark him down solely for the fact that, and it is all hindsight, isn't it? With football, it's all hindsight. You could say, okay, he maybe should have made a change before they scored the winner, before they scored the equaliser. So that's why I think him down.
I think that's harsh to say that. I don't think that conceding the goal was his fault at all. Remember, you had to make that sub for Luke Thomas. I don't.
So surely you'd give him a 10 then, if you don't mark him down for that.
Well, we didn't win the game, did we? And the first half was awful. But I will say, I've said this before, first team lineup didn't have Jordan Ayew, didn't have Luke Thomas. For me, didn't have Stolarczyk. That's already a massive win for me. It did have Harry Winks, but Harry Winks scored a goal. The Joe Rebo sub worked perfectly. Excellent. They gave them a rocket at half time and it worked. We looked like we cared at the end. Of course, there's new manager bounce, but there was a bounce. Because you know what? In that first half, the most worrying thing for me, Lux, was like, oh my God, is this one of these teams where you don't even get a bounce? Like the team's just completely dead. But there was something there. I saw signs of life there. And you know what? I'll say this as well. We said at the start of the game, if you normally take a Gary Rowett team, you are expecting, attritional football, not a good watch, but you might grind something out. But we've ground out a result. But the nice thing, Lux, is we actually played quite well. And it wasn't just boring football. And look at the end there. We made chance after chance after chance and should have won the game. So I'm very pleasantly surprised by him. And I think it does prove to be a shrewd appointment. We said, is he just going to be someone that tightens up your defense, but now you can't score? Well, actually, we look more likely we're going to score than keeping a clean sheet. So we still got work to do. But yeah, I think 7, and he only gets marked down 7 because he didn't win. I think if he'd have won the game, regardless of how he'd have done it, I'd have probably given him maybe even a 9 or something like that, because I just haven't seen Tuna. And I'll be honest with you, Lux, I would actually go as far as saying I think that was so much better than most of Cifuente's matches even. I don't really remember us finishing a game that strong before this season. It's been ages since we did that. If that game went on another 5 minutes, we win it 100%. And we should have won it. Made good changes, came out from the second half, started to get players playing better. The only thing I'll say is obviously one swallow doesn't make a summer, does it?
Somebody said Ruud won his 3-1 on his debut, right? So...
But that game in Ruud's debut, if you remember, West Ham had something like 35 shots, and the XG said that they should have scored like 3 or 4 goals, and we got away with it. This game, you could say the first half we got away with it, and if it'd been 3-0 to Stoke in the first half, could you complain? Probably not. I still think he was good. I think that was refreshing to see. But I mean, moving it on slightly, so we've got Borough next. Not much turnaround in terms of fitness. I mean, I'm not sure I see us getting a result there, to be honest with you. You never know.
Okay, so my question, Neil, would playing against Middlesbrough, who are going to come at us, will
suit
that
us?
Suit? Yeah.
It may be.
Do you think?
Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. The only thing I will say, though, is that the last time we played Middlesbrough, they really weren't that impressive. And it was like, how are these guys really second? They're not particularly good. But since their new managers come in, I don't know if you've seen them, but wow, they are fucking hell. I wish we had that manager. He's got them playing some beautiful stuff. Really nice to see. You are right, but the thing is they'll be crowd will be on their side. But the way that they play, they do leave gaps in behind, so it may well suit us. It just might be a shame if we don't have Fatal back. Sorry, that would be an ideal game for him.
Yeah. There is a poll in the chat, so it's crazy, by the way. The poll is crazy in nil off one game. Will we stay up? 85 so far are saying 85% are saying yes so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So a nil. Obviously it's impossible, and we won't know until we've maybe seen a handful of Gary Rowett games. But just based off this alone, 2 points off West Brom, are Leicester, will we stay up?
I'm still going to say no. Got to remember, Premier League are fighting for that additional points deduction on us, which could happen. But I that was a lot to get us optimistic. But ultimately, Locks, the reason why I'm still saying we're going down is because at the end of the day, we didn't win that game, did we? Had we won that game, I'd be part of that, probably higher than 85%. We'd be out the bottom three. But at the end of the day, our Achilles heel, the left back, it's not just the left back's fault. You know, Ben Nelson, the keeper, got to do better there as well, and the cross coming in. But that's cost us 2 goals, and that was a pretty poor team. As I say, the next games is it Borough, Ipswich, and we've got some horrible fixtures coming up. We've got teams basically that I think are more likely to take advantage of our Achilles heel. So yeah, okay. So here's the next 6 games for you. We've got 5 rather. So it's but it's Borough, Norwich, Ipswich, Bristol, QPR, Watford. That's the next 6 games even. Tough games.
Very, very, very tough games. But let's hope that it suits us playing these better teams. I will just say I've ended the poll. 62% of people said yes to staying up. Just solely based on, I think it was like 70% said we're going down last week. But we had all this with Marty, right? Marty would go from 85% out to 50%, within a week. So let's wait and see. Fighting the 6 points will get us -20. From what we've read, Faladath, well, from what we've read, the Premier League are only seeking 1 additional point. So the Premier League are only seeking 1 additional point. So let's see. But yeah, God knows what's going to happen, and it will probably be going on for quite some time yet, you would imagine. So we might not know until maybe April and May that what points we're going to be on. So, but yeah, let's wait and see. We have another watch along in 3 days. Tuesday evening, Leicester City travel to Middlesbrough. Gary Rowett's second game. I mean, if that's the improvement, that second half performance, if that's the improvement after 3 days, let's see what it's like after 6 days. That's what I'm quietly confident about.
Can we play well for 90 minutes though? That's the thing. So that was one good half, but again, this has been one good half FC, hasn't it? The whole. I know you guys don't like me saying FC, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's been our story all season long.
I think the dream now is Tuesday we win 2-0. That's the dream. We go in
with a clean sheet, man. You are super positive.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway, we're gonna be back tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. for Good Morning Foxes. There is no Graham this weekend. He's on holiday in Australia. Sorry to let you guys down. It's probably a good job because he would be going super, super positive because we got a point away at Stoke. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I don't know who's going to be on tomorrow. I think Steve's there and maybe Imran, but I'm not sure on anyone else. So cheers all. Thank you very much. And we will see you in the morning for Good Morning Foxes. Bye. No more 200 grand, but our new sponsors, The Beautiful Frame, have smashed it with this Jamie Vardy piece. It's unreal. They're a local Leicester business as well, which makes it even better. And not just City, they do prints for other clubs as well. So it's perfect if you are stuck for a birthday or Christmas present for one of your friends or family. Now, the best bit, they have sorted BTG viewers out with a discount. Just use BTG12 at checkout for money off. BTG12. Grab yours now at thebeautifulframe.com. The link is down below.